Ta-da! Hello, hello. Good evening. I hope you're good. Oh, why is my voice dying? We're just starting stream, voice is dying. Growing up in countryside, you were quite feral as a kid. I mean, I wouldn't wear shoes in the house either, though. I was raised as someone who does not wear shoes in the house. You should not wear shoes in the house unless it's like, I don't know, an emergency of like, oh, you just need to grab something real quick. But you do not wear shoes in the house. No. Small baby, no. That's me. I'm the small baby. And we are one small bag of letters from a rainy day. Last time we went on a aquarium date, but also now we finally know. Well, Shiori finally knows. Why can I not remember her name? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Shiori finally knows that the reason she was asked out was not because the other girl is in love with her, but actually because she is being blackmailed. However, it seems that Shiori is now developing a very interesting personality of being like, oh, I don't mind if she doesn't love me as long as I am still the only one for her, even if we're only fake dating. It's like, oh, that is not healthy. That should not be happening. You could use them to hammer down nails. Damn. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing that, but I mean, I have heard that it is apparently like healthy as children, if children walk around like barefoot, so they get, I don't know, they get less sick and stuff, but still, it sounds a little, I don't know. I wouldn't risk going out barefoot, not gonna lie. I would get sick immediately, I think. You can't wait for 12 miles of reading followed by a kiss that is on Silverhead. Oh, yeah. No, I don't think it's another 12 hours. I'm actually hoping now we can finish the game today. So, let's see about that. In the afternoon, the heavy clouds let loose a sudden downpour. The sound of rain beating against the earth echoes around the classroom. Actually, this weekend it snowed. It snowed here. It's like, yep, perfect April weather. It's immediately fucking snowing. Hello? I didn't check the weather forecast, but I always make sure to have an umbrella on me. That's actually a very good idea, to always have an umbrella with you. I think to myself as I look out into the rain. I never look at weather forecasts. And then I get surprised if it's way colder or way warmer than I thought it would be. I arrive at the entrance hall a little earlier than our scheduled meeting time. It's still raining, so I reach into my bag for my umbrella. Games like this in your mail MC, guys like Romans 2 give me an MC I can identify with. Yeah, it's mostly, I get what you mean. I get it. But on the other hand, I wish that the girls' love stories would be a little more explicit, because they're all, most of the time, they're just these super soft and innocent girls have never felt love before, and it's like, well, you know, they can do a little more than just holding hands one time. Putting my bag down on the floor, I rummage through it. My umbrella isn't there. When did I take it out? I can't remember. I haven't had any need for it recently. Aww. I wonder whether Mikoto will have brought one. But I can't ask her to share hers. That would be too selfish. And if she doesn't have one either, she can probably go home with Yumi and share hers. Sorry, something came up, so I had to go home early. Shiori. I scribble a quick note and slip it into Mikoto's shoe locker. If I run, I can get to the station in about 10 minutes, and I can probably buy an umbrella there. I mean, if you run to the station while it's raining, you're already wet in the first place. I don't think you need to buy one then. Letting out a breath, I clutch my bag to my chest. I just need to run as fast as I can. God damn. A good yuri vibe with sexual female characters where the sexual drive is their entire personality? Exactly. That is exactly what they are like. Most of the time. It's Mikoto. I was hoping to leave before she got here, but I've been caught.
用事ができたって書いてたからびっくりした。偽の手紙かと思っちゃったよ。いえ、その傘を忘れてしまって。忘れて走って帰ろうとしたの？一緒に帰ろう。
She has an umbrella. Nice. Whenever they share umbrellas, I have to think of the scene in Gekkan Shoujo, Nozaki-kun, where Nozaki and Sakura, you know where that scene is from, where he's like, okay, I will keep you safe under my jacket, and like he's wearing his jacket over his head, and she's in front of him because she's way small, and they just run, screaming. We can have soft and fluffy story. Yeah. Though there's probably some out there. There is definitely some out there. You just need to find them. But I cannot recommend any, like, off the top of my head either. I'm so sorry. You will consider doing one in Rampy. You have to find some kind of tool online for assets. Oh, there's a bunch of free-to-use stuff online, though. Ah, and the CG. Achievement unlocked. Umbrella awkwardness. We both huddle beneath Mikoto's big umbrella. I do my best to keep some space between us and make sure she can fit fully underneath. I mean, look at the size of that umbrella. The rain shows no sign of letting up. We're so close together, so close I can feel her breath. If I scoot any further under the umbrella, I'll be pressed right up against her. Mikoto tilts the umbrella my way. We're already so close. My heart is pounding so hard I feel like it's going to burst out of my chest. I stealthily take a step away from her. Why do you guys not have any jackets though? Like, it's one thing not getting wet in the rain, but also it's gonna be cold as fuck if it rains. Didn't go the usual route of completely villainizing male characters. I mean, there are no male characters in this. They can't villainize them if they don't exist. I don't want to cause any more trouble than I already have. When I try to put some more distance between us, she suddenly tugs me toward her with surprising strength. Her arm wraps around my shoulders, pulling me to her side. She's taller than me, her fingers long and slim, her hand heavy on my skin. They could have done it. Yeah. I try to pull back, but she keeps her arm held tight around me. We're so close together. Her kind gesture makes my heart ache. Yeah, she usually is. What am I doing? I'm causing so much trouble for Mikoto, but my shoulder glows with warmth where she's touching it. I'm so aware of her presence beside me. I feel embarrassed, nervous, excited. Ooh! That's true though. They're all terrible, they only exist to be assholes. Yeah, very true. Very true. Her voice is gentle and reassuring. If we were a real couple, I'd smile and accept, even if I felt a little awkward about it. But what are we right now? A fake couple. While we may have become friends during our time together, we're not girlfriends. Mikoto isn't doing this because she loves me. I mean, she could be doing this as your friend, though. You can share an umbrella with a friend as well. The thought stabs at me painfully, bringing tears to my eyes. I bite my lip to hold back my tears. I have to act normal, like everything really is fine. I can't hope for more than what this is. On the train, I realize that Mikoto's shoulder is sodden from the rain. And her shoulder, she knows what she wants.
さんかけてるの分かってる。なんてそんな風に言わないでください。みこと先輩は私に申し訳ないって思うから。
No, but Mikoto is actually... I mean, I'm assuming they're going to actually fall in love for real at some point, because otherwise everyone I've seen talk about this game online was lying, and I don't think they were.
申し訳なさが全くないわけじゃないけど、私は自分の気持ちに正直に過ごしているつもり。
But right now she's not in love, definitely. Or she's not aware that she might be feeling something that is more than friendship for Shiori. The internet lying! They wouldn't... Be honest with myself. She told me, honestly, that she asked me out because of a blackmail letter, but she still wants to be friends with me. She's being honest in her kindness, and she's sensitive to the fact that this is hard on me. She welcomed me under her umbrella to keep me dry. She put her arm around my shoulder and pulled me close. Why? Her kindness makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I thought I wanted to be around her, even if it was just as friends, but my feelings are too strong to suppress.
もうここまでで大丈夫です。あとは傘を買って帰りますから。そんな家まで送るよ。大丈夫です。でもいいから。
Who? My voice comes out so loud it surprises even me. I brush away Mikoto's hand.
すみません。
Okay, to be fair though, you've said several times that you don't want her to do it,
私
so...
こそごめん。
All the other passengers on the train are staring at us. My face burns with shame. My emotions are roiling turmoil. The train pulls into Gokurakuchi station and the doors slide open.
大丈夫ですから。しおり、これ以上期待させないでください。
There it is. Without a light from the train on my own, I watch as the doors close over Mikoto's hurt expression. Why did I say that? I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to hurt the person I love. I feel like I'm losing my grip, unable to get a handle on my emotions. The difference between girlfriends and best friends is very blurry. Most of it boils down if one of them has the... I mean, the problem here is that technically one person has confessed. But yeah, you need some extra communication here. And be real honest about your feelings. Ah, son, you want a Pikachu? Okay.
Pikachu! Pika Pika! Pikachu!
So how was your stream? Good evening. It's Pikachu time, yeah. Why did I tell Shiori about the blackmail letter? Why did I pawn my guilt off onto her when I knew it would only hurt her? Because I thought she'd forgive me?
Okay, here we fucking go. Ooh. Her expression betrayed her hurt. I could tell that she was struggling to hide it, that she was forcing herself to smile for me. I've never seen a look on her face before. It hurt to see her like that. How's stream going? We just started. We just got started. But I'm looking forward to seeing these two girls actually fall in love for real. I'm hoping. I'd like to finish it today. When I stopped by the entrance hall at lunchtime, I found a letter from Shiori in my shoe locker. At first I received a lot of letters pretending to be her, but when I continued to ignore them, they fizzled out. Rumors spread like wildfire in the academy, so perhaps word has gotten around that we're serious. Well, you're not actually serious though, you're pretending. It's true that I care about Shiori. She's the nicest girl I've ever met. Yumi's my sister and she's not a bad kid, but she has her shortcomings. And Nagisa could do with dialing back her mocking attitude. Not that I can talk, given my own dour personality. Shiori cares about me despite my flaws. She listened without judgment when I spoke about Yumi, even when I brought her up during our date yesterday. When I opened up about my vulnerabilities and how hard it could be living with Yumi, she listened quietly and accepted me. I feel like if I spent more time with her, I might be able to open up even more. In her letter, she's only written the bare minimum. She thanks me for yesterday and informs me when her classes today will finish. I can tell she's dancing around the heavier topics for my sake. Perhaps it would be better for us to break up.
But there's a selfish part of me that doesn't want to. Shiori's tried so hard, and if I want to hold on to what we have, then maybe it's my turn to try. I don't write letters as often as the other girls in school, but I do still carry stationery with me. Wait, you have the same... You do not have the same paper as Shiori. They probably just made that one CG and like variations of it to be like, oh yeah, they all write letters. There's no way all of you have the same stationery. That would be weird. I had a good time too. I'm sure you were shocked by my revelation. I'm sorry for hurting you. That's as far as I get before I pause, not knowing how to continue. I know I hurt you, but I hope we can put it behind us. No, no way. You mean a lot to me. No. It's all the blackmailer's fault? No, definitely not. It is the blackmailer's fault, but I'm the one who hurt Shiori. Should I just avoid the subject entirely? No, you should actually talk. You know, like real people communicate. In second year, there's a lot of electives. That just seems forced. Should I reminisce about our date? But my evening confession already tainted all our date memories. I was watching, noticed people were starting to try and erase it. Was like, not on my watch. Oh, I saw. I had a friend tell me about our place yesterday. It's interesting what's all on there. Why did I go and spill the beans? Still, it was obvious to her something was up. I asked her out and treated her horribly, then was suddenly nice to her. She's been confused this whole time. Even if I hadn't told her yesterday, I would have had to at some point. No, I'm trying to shift the blame away from myself again. Okay. People just talking in a romance? Are you sure you're familiar with the genre? Listen! I consume a lot of stuff in the general genre of romance, and that doesn't stop me. That doesn't stop me from complaining about all the miscommunication or the communication that is just not happening. I will consume romance as a genre because consume because I like it, but I will still be upset that people just can't fucking seem to talk. Listen. I think one day I'll sit down and just talk about all of the shoujo manga that I read, that I liked, or that I didn't like, and just, you know, make that the topic of, I don't know, a stream, a video, whatever, because I have so much to say on them, because I read them. I read so many of them, so many, and yet sometimes, or a lot of times, they seem to fall into the same fucking problem hole over and over again. It's like, come on! How are you milking this same story by making it 12 volumes long, and nothing is happening? Take a note down in a notebook every time a conflict in a manga I'm reading could be solved by simple talk. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's very true. It's like, oh, all of this could have been avoided if you just talked. I mean, for sure, it would not have made for the same kind of story. Like, if the conflict is the main point of the story, obviously, if it just solved it by talking, that would not make for a very interesting story. But sometimes you really sit there and you're like, we're 3 volumes into the same fucking conflict. If you guys just talked, it could have been solved ages ago. You're preaching truth. I'm glad. You have lots to say. Yeah, I'll try and do that one day. I'll get some manga together and like really read up on them again. 2 words, quintessential quintuplets. Oh, don't spoil me on that. I'm only on like volume 5. I'm only on like volume 5 and I haven't managed to buy more of them. So I'm not, and also the German release I think is not yet finished. I think we're missing 1 more volume. It's like 13 volumes? 12, 13 volumes or something? So I'm way behind on that.
まあそれは相手次第ではあるけどさ、拒絶されたらしょうがないけど、そうじゃないなら挽回できるんじゃない？
I get what she's saying. Friends fall out all the time.
でも挽回って何？
No!
落ち着きなさいな。とにかく
You should make up with
自分が
her.
どうしたいのか、何を伝えたいのか考えてみたら？
He's an idiot. He talked and he didn't lie. Oh, really? He's lying? I mean, the basic premise of quintessential quintuplets is, hey, he apparently met one of those girls when he was younger. We just don't know which one it was. And they don't know which one it was either. Well, I mean, I guess the one he met knows, but they're all keeping quiet about it. I don't know. I started buying it because I like the manga's art style. I didn't even look into the story. I don't know what the story was about. I just thought, oh, this looks nice, and then I found out what the story's about. I was like, oh, okay. Ah, thank you for the pet. Welcome back. I put a stop to the letter for now. I try to put myself in Shiori's shoes and consider how she's feeling right now. Awful. She was asked out by an older girl she didn't know and said yes, thinking of it as a chance to become friends. But then the other girl came across as belligerent and aloof. Yet after a while, she suddenly did an about turn and started being nice. Shiori was trying to be a good girlfriend to me. She believed that I had feelings for her. Of course she did. You'd obviously think the person asking you out was doing it because they liked you. And she accepted that. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. People don't usually go around asking someone else out if they don't like them. My heart aches as I imagine how she must feel. I didn't even think about what I was doing. I asked her out because of the blackmail letter, and then I came clean to her that I hadn't asked her out because I liked her. No, but that's not quite right. Of course I didn't ask her out because I had feelings for her. But once I realized what a nice girl she is, I knew in my heart that she wasn't a blackmailer. Her kindness and optimism have been my saving grace. But could I ask her to be my girlfriend for real? Can I say that I've genuinely fallen for her? She's really cute and nice, which means she's definitely not a good match for someone like me. Maybe don't go putting yourself down. Oh no. Maybe don't go putting yourself down immediately. That's stupid. At the start where he goes back into the house and he sees Nino who just went out of... Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that scene. That was weird. But I've chosen to forget about that or like put it down under, oh, here's a weird move that the male MC just does because apparently that's how every teenage boy would act. Hoo hoo ha ha. They want to leave the other half, so the other half... You're gonna be rolling around now. I'm glad you had a nice dinner. Also, hi! Good evening, room. I forgot something. Please cover yourself. Yeah, no. Did any weird scenes happen while you were gone? They shared an umbrella and Shiori at the end of the day was like, please stop leading me on, and, you know, ran home. So now Mikoto is being all about it. It could have been solved with one phrase, but yeah, that would make for a very interesting and long manga, would it? But I don't know. She's a nice girl, so I want her to be happy. No, that's not quite it either. First, I need to apologize for hurting her. I need to tell her how much I genuinely care about her. Right now, that's all I need to focus on. Oh, hey! Although she smiles at me, Shiori's face is far more tense than usual. Still, I'm just relieved she's here. Her strained expression makes my chest ache. She doesn't look fine at all. I feel like there are needles piercing my heart. Man, I want to know if my theory about this game is right. We walk home together as usual. Usually Shiori would be chattering away, but today she's quiet. The gravity of what I've done to her is really hitting home. I open my mouth wanting to say something, then close it again after no words come to mind. Sensing my discomfort, Shiori makes an effort to talk. I don't believe that for a second. Miku best girl than Emi. Which one of them is Miku again? She's concerned about Yumi, but right now I'm more worried about Shiori. She forces a smile. Her feelings must be all over the place right now. The one with the headphones. Ah, the gamer. I think back on when it happened. The blackmail letter was in my shoe locker. Although I figured it was a prank, I still went to infirmary room 2 to check on Yumi. And when I found out about her injury, I lost my cool. It was probably an accidental injury caused by her own clumsiness, but I couldn't shake the niggling doubt that she might have fallen into the blackmailer's trap. Yeah, the one with Japanese history. Remembering what Nagisa said to me, I decided to tell Shiori how I really feel. But I don't think I have romantic feelings for you. Go on, say it. That is not... no. I know this isn't fair of me. I want to keep things going like this if she'll allow it. Not out of a sense of guilt toward her, but because somewhere deep inside me I really want to. I've never known another girl like her. I've never liked other girls. I've never been able to trust them, always been suspicious of what they might be thinking. I've always felt that way, until now. Now I feel like I can trust Shiori. Nudge nudge wink wink. I do not know what panel you're referring to. I'm sorry, it's been a long time since I read the first volume. She asked you yesterday to stop leading her on. Maybe you should actually be like, I like you as a person. I would like to be friends with you, but I do not have romantic feelings for you. Say it. Say it. Anger. Mm-hmm. She smiled softly at me. Okay, okay. Do you want to keep yours back in case the person I like rejects them? Yeah, it's like I'm a very big I will fight for, you know, staying friends with someone even if a relationship, like a romantic relationship, doesn't work out. But you need to be clear about this. You need to be clear about where you stand. Both of you, both of the people involved need to be clear on where they stand, because otherwise someone is going to get their feelings fucking hurt. And what Mikoto is doing is being all... I finally feel a little better knowing that she still accepts me. Although of course things still aren't right between us. Then make them right! Oh my god! You're not talking about this. Do you want to kiss or do you want to kiss but gay? For the time being, I've been able to convey my feelings to her. You really haven't. And Shiori doesn't blame me. She accepts my word as truth. She sympathizes with me and reassures me that I'm a victim in all this. I'm grateful for that.
しおりには申し訳ないけど私はしおりでよかった
Ma'am.
脅迫状に書いてあった名前がしおりでよかったしおりのようなすごくいい子で
Wait, didn't we have
よかった
her saying exactly this already? Am I stupid? I'm glad it was Shiori. I'm glad it brought us together.
私もこんなご縁ですけど
I don't think Shiori gets my... That's what I'm saying, right? Like,
よかった
I don't think you're on the same page here.
犯人に感謝とかは絶対思わないけどねそうですねそれはユミさん今も
I really want to know who the blackmailer is. I want to know if I'm on the mark or completely off. I imagine what would happen if I broke up with Shiori and got another letter telling me to date someone else. I'd rather stick with Shiori. I'd pick her over anyone else. I know that's selfish, but I don't want to be with anyone else but her. But not in a gay way. Apparently. If I have to pretend to date someone, I want it to be Shiori. Are you listening to yourself? I want to be with her. Yeah, I don't think they're on the same book. I do still have the same theory. Yeah. We probably, maybe, I feel like we all actually have the same guess. But let's keep it to ourselves and see what happens. After that, Shiori starts writing to me again like she did before. But I still get the sense that she's forcing herself. She's trying her best to converse with me and act normally. Yet sometimes I'll glimpse exhaustion on her face or catch a brooding shadow pass across her features. I know that I'm the one doing this to her. It's not fair of me to act like we've put the past behind us and moved on.
でもどうしたらいいの
I know that I'm making Shiori suffer, that this relationship is hurting her, but I don't know what else I can do. Would breaking up be the best thing for her? Yes, actually. Yes. But
しおりとは一緒にいたい
you're just being mean. Is your entire shot of you just going, please kiss? I mean, if the VN is about that, of course that's what we're going to do. I know I'm being selfish. She doesn't feel like my girlfriend, but she doesn't feel like a sister to me either. But I'm looking forward to, because I already have the next visual novel planned, I'm really looking forward to what everyone is going to say about that one.
でしょ
Because that's a completely different genre.
友達同士と何も変わらない
Nagisa has a point. Maybe I could date Shiori for real. Maybe in time I'd fall for her and I could give her a real confession. I'm going around in circles. I care about Shiori. She's important to me. There's no nicer girl. She's sweet and kind and I enjoy talking with her. But as a girlfriend? What does that even entail? The same fucking thing you guys have been doing, except maybe more hand-holding. Because this is a Japanese visual, like Yuri visual novel. It's not going to go farther than that anyway. And how does Shiori feel? Does she want to date me? If I ask her out for real and she turns me down, will she never speak to me again? No, she's too nice to do that.
わかんないよ
I don't know much about love or romance, but I do know that Shiori means something to me. What name can I put to this feeling? Shiori is cute, Shiori is important to me, but it hurts to know that I'm putting her in a difficult situation. Maybe I should ask if we can just be friends. Or maybe I should ask her out again, this time as friends. No, why would I ask to date someone as friends? That makes no sense. At lunchtime, I come across Shiori sewing in the courtyard. Right, maybe I can ask her about the shuttle heading again. Oh, is she seeing... She's probably going to see the... Before I can call out to her, someone else does. Who is she again? I think it's Aoi from the student council. Oh, fuck yeah. Ooh, you're telling me Mikoto saw that? Honestly, it's deserved. It is deserved. Shiori looks glum as she talks to her. Perhaps Aoi is giving her advice. I didn't know they were friends. Yep. Oh, this is so fucking deserved, Mikoto. It is. Excuse me. Aoi is really, really close to Shiori as they talk. So close she could lean in and kiss her. I don't know what they're talking about. Do people really stand that close to someone they're just friends with? He 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 he. She looks sad. She looks pained. Maybe she's talking to Aoi about me. I know it's not my place to get annoyed about that. After all, I talked with Nagisa about it. I don't understand these feelings. That's jealousy. I don't get the impression that Shiori has feelings for Aoi. But does Aoi have feelings for her? Is she telling her that now? Would Shiori be happier dating Aoi? What if Shiori told me she was going to date Aoi? Why don't you like that thought? Because you'll be ha ha ha. That wants a toy back because some other kid is playing with it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As a friend, I should be happy for her. I wonder what that feeling is if you don't like it. I flee from the garden. What's the darker part? That's a very good... I think it's just like either she has funky highlights in her hair, or it's like a ribbon braided into the hair. We haven't seen her... We haven't really seen any closer information about it, sadly. My chest feels tight. Why? Shiori isn't really my girlfriend. I know that, and yet... Why do I feel this way? You're gonna go make dinner? Okay. Hope you enjoy dinner. I don't want to lose Shiori. I don't want Aoi to take her from me. But Shiori might be happier with Aoi. Aoi is pretty and popular, and I bet she's really fun to be around. Much more so than me. All I seem to do is hurt people. Thank you for the braids. Anyone would be better than me, a hollow shell with no hobbies or interests. Aoi could make Shiori happy. But I don't want that. Well, I guess you need to think about your feelings again. It's selfish. I'm the one who told her I thought of her as a friend or like a sister. It's not fair for me to want to keep her to myself. Shiori asks me questions as she normally does. Oh yeah, wait, we have seen this before, but just from Shiori's point of view. But I still feel uneasy as we walk home together. I want to ask her what she was talking about with Aoi at lunchtime, but I can't bring myself to. Shiori abruptly stops talking and hangs her head, looking upset. I'm the one putting that expression on her face. I feel awful. We're going to hopefully find out by the end of this game, though. How long did it train in order to be lighting quick so that we don't see any movement? Yeah, you gotta train every day. You gotta train every day to get this quick. She really isn't. I said this the last time. She really isn't okay with it. Please, 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 please. No, you're lying. A part of me is reassured to hear this. She's obviously lying. She really still wants to be around me. But despite her assurances, I can tell that it's taking its toll on her. We can't go on like this. This is stupid. I hate myself for thinking that. It's raining. The rain started abruptly during the afternoon, beating down loudly on the school buildings. That morning, Yumi warned me it would rain and told me to bring an umbrella. I'd be in trouble if she hadn't. I would have caused trouble for Shiori too. There's a note tucked away in my shoe locker. Sorry, something came up, so I had to go home early, Shiori. It looks like Shiori's handwriting, but could it be fake? Recently I've stopped receiving so many fake letters, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I make my way over to Shiori's shoe locker to get confirmation. Shiori is there, clutching her bag to her chest as though she's about to make a dash out into the rain without an umbrella. Hurriedly, I call out to stop her. Shiori looks at me guiltily. Yeah. The heck? Maybe she didn't want to tell me, lest it spoil her image of being sensible and reliable. I open up the umbrella and hold it over both of us. Beside me, Shiori's delicate little shoulder brushes up against mine. Getting some exercise to cool down while doing it. What's wrong about that? Yeah, you just need to be really careful. Like, as soon as you're home, you need to warm yourself up and get out of those wet clothes. Despite her affirmation, she still tries to pull away from me. I tilt the umbrella, trying to keep her beneath its protective canopy. She's so close to me. Shiori looks sheepishly down at the ground. Although she's physically close by, emotionally she feels distant. It hurts me to see her like this. Again, she tries to take a step away from me. Putting Shiori in a romantic situation, what a good idea. Without thinking, I reach out and put my arm around her shoulder. I'm not sure what I'm doing either. All I do know is that if I let go of her now, she'll move away from me. So I maintain my grip on her shoulder. Perhaps I'm causing so much pressure in her life it's making her forgetful. Her shoulder is damp. It feels incredibly fragile beneath my hand. If I pulled her closer, if I took her into my arms right now, I wonder how she'd react. Don't do that. The ice bucket challenge I did in school in the first break. I don't understand myself. Ever since I saw Shiori and Aoi together, my emotions have been thrown into turmoil. It's like I'm trying to bind Shiori to me so that Aoi can't take her away. I've never done the ice bucket challenge, but what I like to do when I go swimming is jump in all in one go. You know how you're like, it's better for your heart and everything if you go in slowly and get your body used to the temperature change, because, you know, usually the water will be colder when you go in to swim, like in summer or something. But I'm the type of person to always just jump right in completely. That's as close as to the closest I ever got to an ice bucket challenge. Giving in, Shiori nestles into the limited space under the umbrella with me, trying to make herself as small as possible. I tighten my grip on her shoulder, drawing her close again before she can pull away. She's right here next to me. I could have linked arms or guided her by the elbow. Yet I went and put my arm around her. Of course she's flustered. But I can't shake the memories of her and Aoi lurking in my brain. Wow, you're really jealous? Oh my god. On the train, Shiori belatedly notices my soggy shoulder. You respect us both. I like cold water. Missing warm water in the shower, that's true. There were a few days, some years ago, there were a few days at my parents' home where for some reason the hot water wouldn't work anymore. So that was an experience to get used to showering with cold water. Like, holy shit. Be honest with myself, that's rich. How can I be when I don't even understand what I'm feeling? I stare intently at Shiori before me. She's sweet and lovely and I care about her. Gazing at her now, I can vividly feel how much she means to me. I thought she was just your average meek girly girl, yet she's grown to occupy such a large space in my heart. I'm scared of losing her, and that fear is keeping me paralyzed. I'm scared of making a move. I'm scared of causing her to dislike me. The only emotion I'm sure of, and that's currently intensifying, is confusion. Wow, Mikoto, you're fucking stupid. I guess she is falling for her now, but the way she already tells me as we're approaching Gokurakuchi Station. I'm taken aback by her shout. My hand stings where she brushed it away. I've never heard such a loud voice come from her. Yeah, it's like, you know, if you just open a tap to like a normal cold water, you're like, oh, that's fine. But if there's no warmth at all to be had, you realize how it's way, like, more bad. She hangs her head ashamed of her own outburst. When I went to an onsen in Japan, they had one area that was like a cold water, like, you know, there's a bunch of them, of different ones, like with really hot water, and then there was one with really like cold water, in the sense of, oh, it only had 27 degrees, I think, like Celsius, 27 Celsius or something, which isn't really that cold. But if you go from, I don't know, 40 something degrees to the cold water one with 27, you're like, oh Jesus, that is cold. I like that one the best though. She speaks in a tremulous tone and alights from the train. Keeping her back turned to the door, she makes no move to wave like she usually does. I understand. My own impatience has put too much pressure on her. I came clean to her, hurt her, then expected her to get over it and stay with me. I know I'm being foolish, but I don't want to let go of her. The other passengers' stares pierce me like needles. There are lots of other students on their way home at this time, so rumors will no doubt have spread like wildfire by tomorrow. Shiri rejected me. I shouldn't have expected anything more, but despite my brain knowing that, my heart still hurts like heck. Like heck? Your heart hurts like heck? What is this? You're not allowed to say hell? Why did it have to happen like this? If we'd met under normal circumstances, it wouldn't have turned out this way. We could have built a relationship slowly and steadily, starting out as friends. And then, gradually, we would have got to know one another. We wouldn't have gotten ourselves trapped in this twisted facsimile of a relationship? Facsimile? What the fuck does that mean? That night I don't sleep a wink. I try to write a letter, but in the end I give up. I miss Shiori. I want to see her, talk to her. It hurts too much to think of things ending like this. You love hot water, that's fair. It's a ladylike school, of course no swearing here. Yeah, but my heart hurts like heck. Heck? Couldn't you have chosen a different way of saying that? Cuddle swearing out of the life looks like, oh, okay. Okay, okay. I'll try and not swear then. I'm sorry, I'm not being very ladylike here. At lunchtime the next day I head to the entrance hall. There's no letter waiting for me from Shiori. A copy of something based on how it is viewed is how it should be. The what? Okay. I was presumptuous. I expected a letter from her apologizing for the previous day and inviting me to walk home with her again. Why would she have to apologize? What are you talking... Girl, what are you talking about? Why would she have to apologize? Without bothering to do anything on my part, I counted on Shiori's kindness. I assumed we could patch things up, choosing to believe she hadn't permanently rejected me. But in the end, I was simply causing her to shoulder a burden. This relationship that began with blackmail has reached its end. Of course it has. Where else could it go? It was only ever supposed to be a way for the culprit to make my life miserable. Even so, my heart aches. Why did it have to be Shiori? If it weren't with Shiori, I could have stepped back from the relationship without any qualms. I would like not to have hiccups, please, while streaming. Thank you.
あら、
Oh no. Not wanting to return to my classroom, I went my way over to see Yumi.
家でも元気なかったけど、さらに絶望的な顔してるわね。ちょっとお話
I can't pretend like everything's fine in front of Yumi, but at the same time, I don't feel like telling her all the gory details.
いらっしゃい。いらっしゃい。
Yumi pats her lap and I gratefully lean into her. Ah, it's the same CG as before, okay. The relationship is so toxic on both ends, so I think they both die. Well, I don't want them to die. I want them to talk. Yumi's warm hand strokes my head. Despite how down I felt, I didn't cry when I was on my own. But now I feel tears well up in my eyes.
私はいつまで
And you stop talking about you dying, please, I'm
い
begging.
られるのかしらね。そんなこと言わないでよ。ごめんなさい。でも事実として私はどうしたって長くは生きられないのだ
Yeah,
し。
you're really cheering me up right now, Yumi.
そうでなくてもミコトが家を出てしまったりしたらこんな風には会えなくなるのだし。
I know she's right. It's a miracle she's lived this long, and she's always telling me that the next time she might not be so lucky.
私はその言葉小さい頃から聞いてきたけど、それでもユミは今生きてるじゃない。確かにそうね。奇跡の積み重ねって感じで。奇跡か。急に大病が見つかってその奇跡は途絶えてしまうかもしれない。その時一番心配なのはミコトだなって思うのよ。なんで？だってミコトだもの。
I feel like there's so much meaning packed into those words. No matter how much I complain about her, when it comes down to it, I depend on her. While I feel like she's taking a lot from me, I couldn't live without her.
もうすぐ死ぬなんて。
Oh no! Oh, she's really crying now.
ユミがいなくなったら私は一人ぼっちになる。どうしてそう思うの？だって私何もない、趣味もない、性格だって悪い。なのに私のこと何も知らない人たちがラブレターとか送ってきて、私の容姿しか見てもらえなくて、誰かと付き合ったら嫌がらせまでされて、私何もしてないのに。
I don't know. Atop Yumi's lap, I spill my emotions. Yumi's soothing stroking of my hair seems to coax the words from me.
私何もない。空っぽだ。
They like the idea of her, but not her. Yeah.
私なんかと一緒にいて楽しいわけない。
Being around Shiori and seeing how sweet and nice she is has shown me what I'm lacking. It's made me feel useless and insignificant. It's drawn my inner eye to everything that's wrong with me.
私のことを分かってくれるのユミだけだよ。
Is she though? At some point, Yumi became like the big sister in our relationship. Now she's in a position where she can't see right through me. I can't rely on anyone else for comfort, not even my own mother. No one except for Yumi.
ミコトが自分を大事にできないのは私のせいね。
Yumi's eye is way too far on the right in that CG.
一番はお母さんのせいだけど。
Feels like they couldn't decide on whether they want a complete side view or like one of those 3/4 profiles. And now it's a mix of both and it's wrong.
あなたはいいところいっぱいある。
Two girls meet and both feel even more miserable than before.
そんな
Woo!
ことない。私には何もない。
That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's all about.
趣味がないのも習い事をしなかったのもミコトのせいじゃない。あなたが何かしようとするたびにお母さんが
Well, the mom is stupid. The mom
知っ
sucks.
てるわ。
You know, from everything we heard about the mom.
それはあなたは私と違って元気で。
It's like, oh, you can't be doing that. What if something happens to your sister and you're not there? Like, excuse me? She's her own person.
私ができないせいで。それは違う。私が勝手にそうしなかっただけだから。
Like, I understand. Oh no. I have a sickly child and also a child that is not as sickly, so you might be exhausted from caring for your sickly child, but that is no excuse to lash out at your non-sickly child and blame them for something that, you know, they have no... I'm missing the word. Anyway, you cannot go blaming your sick child. You cannot go blaming your healthy child for what they're doing. They're just trying to live their life. Like, you're the parent. You're the parent. You need to be above that. Having said that, Yumi's situation may have been the impetus for my choice. I believed my mom was in the right. I could have found hobbies that didn't cause any extra work for my parents, like Shiori with her crafts. But I didn't because I was scared. When she moves out, she doesn't have to be hobbyless her whole life, right? I blamed myself that time Yumi collapsed while I was out with my friends. I felt like it was my fault that it had happened because I was trying to live a normal life. I was scared in case my own happiness caused something to happen to Yumi, so all this time I hung back, never able to move forward. Yumi's the one who's truly suffering. Well, no, you're both clearly suffering here. It seems. But Yumi reminds me, you know how when the vets tell you, oh, your pet only has this and that long to live, and like not a long time, and then they live for way more years. Just because they're in a good environment and you take care of them or whatever, they might live way longer than what they initially tell you. And you're like, yeah? Huh? Hello there! Good evening! How you doing? I didn't know she felt this way. She's always so negative, like it's taking everything she's got just to stay alive. Oh. Okay. You're not a boring husk of a person. You can fill that void. It's never too late to do something new. Never. I like how their relationship is like this though. Yumi being the smaller or the younger sister, yet she clearly seems like the older one. It reminds you a bit of my roommate as a cat for some reason. Aha! Oh, I love that one. I love that one. That's such a cute manga. She did. Also, apparently because she was sick and couldn't go out much, she read a lot. And that seems to be something that happens a lot to people who read a lot and don't do much else. They grow up faster. It lifts my spirits to hear this from her. Perhaps Shiori sees me in the same light. Reading equals big brain. Not even that, but just, you know, you spend so much time with books and with so many different worlds that can be in the books. It feels like you live through way more time than what you actually have experienced. I say this as someone who was told all the time when I was a child, like how I'm so mature for my age. And you know, as a child, you're always like, "Ah, cool, I'm so mature, I'm not a kid." And now that I'm an adult, I'm like, really? Why can't children be children? Like, why is it seen as a good thing that I've grown up faster than my peers? I wanted to just be a child as well. You want to be a kid again? Okay, no, I do not want to be a kid ever again. I'm glad I grew up. But looking back on it now, it's like, why are you so happy that your child did not act like a child? Kind of weird if you ask me. I don't have the confidence to try something new all on my own. Self-improvement seems out of my reach, but perhaps...
一人なの？本当に？ミコトはどうしたいの？私は
If Shiri were with me, if I had her by my side, I think I could take that step.
本当はもっと
You like independence, but you hate all the work. Ah, I see, I get it.
本当はもっと話したい人がいて
Just hope the story's actually good for growing kids. I read a bunch of fantasy. There are lots of places I want to go if I was with Shiri. Lots of things I'd want to do. Lots of things I'd want to see. Lots of things I'd want to talk about. If it were with Shiri.
でも私傷つけてしまって拒絶された
Yeah, no. I was a kid that read... Well, I didn't read Warrior Cats as a child. I read that as a... Like, I don't know, with 13 or something. Like as a teenager. But I read a bunch of fantasy. Like with fairies and everything. Like, no matter what it was, it had to have some kind of magical power. That's the kind of stuff I read as a child.
でも
I still do. I still read a bunch of fantasy. It's my favorite genre, I think. Shiri told me not to lead her on. I'm aware of her feelings now. I know that she's been trying to engage with me, but I took her kindness for granted and hid my own feelings. I knew I was pushing her too far, but I pretended not to notice. I took comfort in her smile and advantage of her kindness. I let her on. I didn't want her to leave me for Aoi, even though I had no right.
傷つけてしまった事実はそうだとしてでもミコトはそれでいいの？いやだよ
I don't want to lose Shiori. I've been alone all this time and I've been fine with it. But now I'd feel lonely walking home on my own. I want Shiori there beside me.
誰のことも好きじゃない私がしおりのことだけは信じられたのしおりだけは特別だって思えたしおりに会いたくてしおりと
Well,
離
I
れたくない
think you should tell her that.
何もないけどそれでも
Thomas the Tank Engine had books. And the author of which should be full on... Ah, a series of magical novels. I feel like I might know which one you're referring to. Shiri is too precious for me to let her go, even if I have nothing of value to offer, even if I might just end up hurting her all over again.
よかったわねそう思える人と出会えて絶対に手放してはいけない人の手を簡単に手放してはダメよ私も
There was one book series that I always forget the name of.
思うから
It was about fairies, like, but in the sense that, you know, normal human beings could find out that there's so-called stardust fairies that had the power of nature, like, and they were based on the different big like stars. Oh god, I don't know what those stars are called, but like there were the fire, like there was for every season, so like spring, summer, fall and winter, there would be one type of fairy, and then they would use those powers to like meet up in the night and care for nature. And the main character, her name is Lucy, like they get new neighbors and she befriends the girl of the neighbors. I don't remember her name. Alexis, something like that. And they found out she's a summer fairy, and she's way too strong for her age. It's like she gets turned into a fire fairy, and she can use a bunch of power that sometimes even adult summer fairies have trouble with. Like, she can straight up make a fire out of nothing. That's not something they can usually do. Most summer fairies can only like warm stuff up. She can straight up use fire, and turns out, oh, it's a spoiler for like, I don't know, the third book in the series. Turns out that she, like, after she becomes a fire fairy, not a fire fairy, summer fairy, no one else, there's no new summer fairies after her. So turns out all of the power from the star goes into her. That's why she's so strong, because she's, for whatever reason, no other summer fairies get born after her. So all of the power goes there, and they help out with a bunch of things. Like in one book, it's all about, I don't know, the city wants to destroy a part of the forest, and they're trying to find a reason for them to not do that, because, you know, they care for that forest, stuff like this. It's really cute. They're not very long. There's children's books. They're like 100 pages, each of them, maybe. Not, yeah, a little more than 100 pages. But I still love them. I still love them, and they were really good. I'm gonna actually have to look up what they're called. I think they're called, in German at least, they're called Stardust or something. Anyway, I love them. I read them so many times as a child. Usually I'd bite back with some sarcastic comment, but now I simply weep. Thoughts of Shiori fill my heart. You really glad you grew up with maybe silly but nice children's books. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I liked reading ever since I was young. I want to be Shiori's girlfriend. I don't want anyone else to have her. I know I probably have no right to feel this way after hurting her so badly. If she doesn't want to be with me, then that's her prerogative. But I still want her. Damn. After class, I wait for Shiori. I haven't received a letter from her today. She might not come. She might not want to walk home with me anymore. Still, I don't want to walk home alone. I want to walk with her. I'll wait for her for however long it takes. It's like there were some years in my life where I didn't read as much anymore. Obviously, because with adult responsibilities comes less time to really sit down to just read. But I'm trying to make time for it still, and it's the one thing I can find comfort in. Like, no matter what's happening, if I can lose myself in a good book, like, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, there were other types of fairies. Like, she had a friend group, and they were just one type of fairy for each one. It's really cool. Her shoes are still in her locker. If I just wait right here, I'm sure to see her. Until then, I stand my ground. Watch Shiori stand there and be like, fuck, she's waiting in front of the locker. I can't go there now. And they're just both waiting for hours on end. The longer Mikoto goes on without telling Shiori, the longer she's going to hurt her. Oh yeah. I thought I could keep it together in order to stay with Mikoto. I thought I could keep up the lie. I thought I could keep forcing myself to smile. I figured I was used to it by now. Used to quashing my own feelings. I thought I could keep going like this. My stomach fluttered whenever she was nice to me, and I thought maybe she felt the same way. I wanted to reach out and touch her hand, her cheek. Unfamiliar emotions surged up in me. I shocked myself when I shouted. Shiori going without shoes. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, I almost burst into tears. Why did I say that? Why couldn't I keep quiet and endure it like I usually did? I was so happy with Mikoto. Unfamiliar emotions are surging within me. I've been shown a side of myself I don't like. I can't stop seeing the hurt, bewildered look on Mikoto's face. I mean, she has hurt you way more than you her, though. She must really hate me now. Bruh! The version of me Mikoto liked was the kind, quiet girl. The girl who listened to her. The girl who would forgive her with a smile. Not this mess of a girl who can barely hold herself together. You don't... No, listen. Thank you for the pat and diary time. You can't go like, oh, she only liked me when I was meek and quiet. Like, what's the point? You should be yourself with someone you want to go out with, no? There's no point in pretending to be someone you're not. I want to apologize, but I don't have it in me to write a letter. Things still feel unresolved, but I guess this is the end. I doubt Mikoto will associate with me any longer. Would I feel better if we spoke and broke up officially? But I'm too scared to do that. I still love her. I don't want her to just fade out of my life. If I apologize, could we go back to how things were? Honestly though, I need to say this right now. It's literally the same CG, just with a different desk. It's even the same hand. They didn't even draw different hands for Shiori's version and Mikoto's version. It's the same one. But I wouldn't mean going back to forcing my emotions aside, and it would only build until I couldn't contain them again. My heart would be crushed under the effort of trying to hide it from her. I want to run from it all. I shouted at her in the middle of a crowded train. Due to the timing, there were plenty of students around. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but it seems like rumors are already running rampant.
Shiori.
Mao comes over to me looking concerned. Having heard the rumors and seen the look on my face, she must feel compelled to ask.
大丈夫？Mikoto senpaiと。
Still trying to find out who I am though. I can't tell her the truth, no matter how worried she is, no matter how many rumors there are about me. But why should I be forced to deal with this on top of everything else?
真帆ちゃん。
I know she's worried about me and I'm grateful for her concern, but I can't tell her. I don't even want to. I didn't fall in love to become a source of entertainment for the gossip mill.
私、噂の話されるの好きじゃない。
Oh, I'm surprised by the forcefulness of my own words.
ミコト先輩は有名な先輩かもしれないけど、私、関係ない。真帆ちゃんは大事なお友達だから、噂じゃなくて、
Ooh.
私が言えるときに、私から聞いてほしい。
Shiori is a very headstrong person, surprisingly.
しおり、
I've never spoken like this before. Mao looks taken aback.
私、まだ今は話せないけど、私が話せる日が来るまで待ってほしい。分かった。ごめんね。
Her tone is gentle. I think she understands.
ちゃんと言ってくれてありがとう。ごめんね。嫌な思いさせて。
Mao is a very good character as well.
心配
She's a good friend.
今日は普通にしてた方がいい？それともそっとしてほしい？普通にしてほしい。
Without distractions, my thoughts immediately turn to Mikoto and the ache in my chest threatens to overwhelm me. I want to think about anything else.
数学の課題。一個わからなかったところあって。ちょっと。
Math! I hate math.
ちょっと待ってね。ノートを取ってくるから。
I surprised myself with my strong words. But I'm the only one who knows the truth. I don't want people believing rumors about me, especially not Mao.
どこ？トイさん？ああ、これは多分まず問題の方を整理して。
I'm really grateful to Mao for going along with my request. She's a good friend. As we're going to our next class, we pass through the entrance hall.
ちょっと靴箱を見てくるね。
Nodding, I go to check my own. I don't usually receive many letters, but after yesterday, I'm half hoping for one from Mikoto. Hello, Hina! Good evening! How you doing? Holding my breath, I open my shoe locker. Of course, there's nothing there. I knew there wouldn't be, but I still feel let down. Even though I'm the one who told her to stop leading me on. Even though I haven't had a single letter from her so far. Still, some pathetic part of me hoped she might have something to say.
しおり、大丈夫？大丈夫だよ。
Hurriedly, I wipe away the tears gathering in the corners of my eyes.
ごめんね。行こうか。
Pretty good, how are you? We're good, thank you. We're hoping that these two girls here, well, not the two on the screen right now, but the two here that are involved are finally going to actually communicate properly and talk it out. Because the internet has told me that they're happy and in love and everything, and it's like, there's a lot happening, but they're not yet happy. They're both very miserable right now. Are you winning? I don't know. We're not winning yet. Good evening. We're good, but the girls here are another story. Don't worry about it. I've missed that. I guess this is how it ends. It's finally time for me to wake up from my dream. No, we've only unlocked 7 of 11 achievements. And it seems every achievement is tied to a CG, so no, it's not the end yet. A short but joyful dream where I fell in love. A dream I'll remember for the rest of my life. Na 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 na. After class, I head to the entrance hall with the faint expectation that Mikoto might be waiting for me. She is! But what will I do if she is? I don't want her to break up with me. But at the same time, I don't want to immediately forgive her if she apologizes. And if she's not if she's not waiting for me, it'll be a huge blow. You haven't been around much. Now I get to say stuff because I know exactly what it's going. Yeah, it's always fun when we play a game that you know, and I say something and you go, "Oh, don't worry about it." I'm like, what does that mean? I mean, I hope we get to finish it today though. So I hope there's like, I don't know, another hour and something left. I don't know. The sewing club doesn't have structured activities, but the school sewing room is open for us to use as we please. I haven't stopped by once since I started walking home with Mikoto. Sometimes it's sincere, sometimes it's very ironic, like a fun game. Yeah, no, it is. I was not joking. I genuinely enjoy when you do it because I'm like, oh, I don't know. Is this good or is it bad? Today I killed some time sewing in the classroom before I decided to make my way home. Given the time, Mikoto's probably already left. She hasn't. She said she would wait. And if she's gone, my problem will have been solved for me. Making excuses to myself, I head toward the entrance hall. Oh, see, she's still here. Waiting for you. She's been standing there for hours. Oh. Yes. I hang my head, unable to look her in the eye. It makes me happy to know she wanted to write to me. It makes me happy that she waited all this time for me. I told myself I shouldn't get my hopes up, but I love her too much. It's not her fault. Because of my feelings for her, I selfishly started wanting more from her. But I wanted to see her too. I wanted to talk with her. Still, I swallowed those words down. I'm scared of her telling me we need to talk. I'm scared of her breaking up with me for real. No, it's okay. She needed that. No. Summoning all my willpower, I force a smile to my face and move to leave as quickly as possible. As I try to make my swift but polite exit, Mikoto reaches out and grabs hold of my wrist. No, we talk. We will talk now, please. Please. Communication. No, if we don't talk now, we're never going to talk. Ho ho. Just say how he feels instead of her saying that. Maybe don't do it in like in front of the lockers though. Maybe try to find somewhere where you can talk in private. Her expression is earnest. Her fingers quiver around my wrist. I nod. No matter how long I try to run from it, this relationship has to reach its end eventually. It'll hurt like heck. That sounds awful. Just say it'll hurt like hell. But it's probably best to rip the band-aid off now. It hurts like heck, bruh. We walk along the school road in silence and board the train. I know that Shiori isn't the type to use hell, but it just sounds off. Mikoto seems about to say something else. And changes her mind. The train is approaching Gokurakuji. This isn't a school, this is the operating table now to search. Again? She takes hold of my hand, a physical expression of her desire to stay with me. Ho 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 ho. Where are we going? Where are we going? It's a solid Batman quote. We've come to the same beach we went to on our date. The rays of the setting sun paint a stunning scene, perfect for a bittersweet breakup. I'm already on the verge of tears. Struggling to keep the smile pasted on my face, I take a deep breath. I don't want to cry. I don't want to make her feel bad. I want to part ways with her smile. We're going to have sand in our shoes. I want to run away. I don't want to leave her. A sea breeze blows around us, sending Mikoto's long locks dancing. Gazing out at the ocean, Mikoto starts to speak, haltingly at first. While I'm terrified of what she's about to say, I don't want to miss a single word of it. Mom of the Year award goes to your mom, I guess. Yeah, that's not a good mom. Don't wear shoes, then you got no shoes to have sand in. Then you will have sand in between your toes. I don't like the mom. Is it really what I'm doing at the weekend? Is it not what I'm doing on the weekend? At the weekend? They both sound correct, I guess. Or maybe it's something I learned wrong. You can use either. I want to ask her why she's telling me this, but I say nothing. Because I know she's giving it as an excuse for why she can't date anyone. Please don't put yourself down while you're trying to... I don't know what it is you're trying to do, actually. Like, it's one thing to go, hey, actually, my mom was fucked up, or is fucked up, and that's why I have trouble socializing with people. But maybe don't put that before trying to come clean about your feelings towards someone you've already fake dating and already hurt enough. Maybe say that afterwards, because the way she's doing it right now, it feels like an excuse. It's like, oh, I was raised like this, and that's why I have trouble now, and I'm sorry for hurting you, but I can't help it. Like, no. This is good, feed on it, let it seep into your... No. We know that you don't like the other girls. You've told us that repeatedly. We know. You're different from the other girls. You're not like them. This is the start of Shiori's Joker arc. He's gonna do a 180 and turn into full on yandere. I would. Lead with what you're trying to do, then go into Tari so you don't cause any more unnecessary emotional damage. She's doing it again, acting like I alone am good and special, saying that I'm not like the other girls. Hearing this from her makes me happy, gives me hope when it shouldn't. It makes me want to hide my selfish feelings from her and try to be my usual kind self, even if it's all a front. Well, you keep doing it though. All this time, I've never really been a good person. I simply never drew attention to myself. I was just good at suppressing my feelings. I just acted this way because when I did, people told me I was nice. All this time.
しおり
As though to get away from Mikoto, I stepped forward into the sea, letting the water fill my shoe. Excuse me? The waves surged forward, sending sea spray up to dampen the hem of my skirt.
いい子じゃないです私全然ミコト先輩といると知らなかった
Achievement unlocked. True feelings.
湧いてくるんですこんな風に声を荒げたことだって今までなかったのに
Yeah, your voice is not made for shouting.
人の行動を嫌だと思ったりすることだってしおりそんなの当然だよだって私それだけのことをしてる
It was I who bombed that ball. Excuse me?
こんなに純粋なしおりを傷つけて純粋なんかじゃ
Pathetically, I start to cry. I was so happy with Mikoto. The days spent with her were radiant and fun. I can't believe how hard it is to be forced to face my own raw, selfish emotions.
ミコト先輩と付き合ってるふりを続けたのだって
Okay, yeah, that... Okay, to be fair, that is the one thing that she was a little fucked up about, is like... excuse me?
他の誰かがミコト先輩のそばにいるのイミさんが大事にされてるのだって心の
Oh, don't worry, Mikoto was jealous of you simply talking with Aoi.
嘘でもいいから一緒にいたいとそれほどほんの少し前まで名前も知らなくて脅迫状の犯人だと思って恨まれててちゃんと話せるようになった
Is
の
she
に
really going to the Yakuza franchise?
ほんの数日前なのにそれなのに好きになっ
Oh,
ちゃったんです
there it is.
分かってます迷惑だって脅迫状が来たから仕方なく告白したってそれでも何度自分に言い聞かせても
I thought time could heal things, but the more time I spent with her, the brighter my feelings burned. Perhaps if she'd gone back to being distant with me, I could have moved on.
ミコト先輩は私のこと褒めてくれるけどでもミコト先輩にいい子だって言われ舞い上がって喜んでいい子になろうとしてしまう可愛いって言われるたびにすごく恥ずかしくてだけど嬉しくてもっともっと思われたくてたまらなくなるミコト先輩がもっと私を持ってくれたらそればかり考えて
So now Shiori is actually confessing her feelings before Mikoto is? Because Mikoto is... Oh my god. You're not a bad person!
今まで知らなかった感情でいっぱいになるの
Oh no, look at me. I fell for someone who was being nice to me. I'm such a bad person.
そんなこと
Hello?
思ってしまう私が悪いのに勝手に期待する私が悪いのにミコト先輩に当たってごめんね謝らないでください私いいところなんて何もないけど
Why should I turn it down again at the end? Mm-hmm.
そういうの言わないでください私まだミコト先輩のことでも好きなんですミコト先輩の隣にいると嬉しくてミコト先輩のまっすぐなところ
Forthrightness.
笑顔
That's a word.
ミコト先輩はいいところ他の誰とも
Oh no, they're both telling each other they're not like anyone else. She's not like anyone I've ever met. She's different, special.
好きなんです
Ooh.
しおりお願い
I love you, Fortnite.
これ以上そんなこと言わないで
Oh, music stopped. Ah! With a splash, Mikoto joins me in the ocean. She takes my hand in hers and squeezes it.
ミコト先輩
Here we go!
私ねずっと空っぽだった自分に何もないと思ってた自信なくて周りに嫉妬して焦ってしおりのことだって傷つけた
You did.
だけど 変わりたいって思ってる。お母さんに嫌味言われてもいろんなものを見てみたい、触れてみたい、いろんなことに挑戦してみたい。その時にしおりにそばにいてほしい、しおりに隣にいてほしい、しおりと一緒に見たい。迷惑かもしれないけど
It's good emotional damage, feel it and revel in it.
しおりが必要だ。しおりと一緒に。こと先輩、それは
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, as homodachis.
後輩としてですか。違う、しおりが好き。
Woo!
私やっと気づいたの。しおりだけが。
She squeezes my hand again. Is this for real? Am I hearing things?
嘘じゃないよ。私恋とかしたことないし、将来のこととか幸せにするとか、いえ自分に自信もないし、またしおりを傷つけてしまうかもしれないけど、しおりを誰にも取られたくなくて、もっともっとそばにいたいの。この気持ち合ってる。しおりと同じ気持ちで合ってる。
For them being out of... I mean, school is over. It's not like they're... School is over. They're just not going straight home.
必要な好きですか。友達の好きですか。
Mm-hmm. My homie.
後輩の好きですか。
My brother.
わかんない。そういう気持ちもないわけじ
I
ゃ。
don't know. Oh my god.
しおりを大事にしたいって好き。しおりに笑っていてほしくて、もっとずっとそばにいたいって好き。しおりだけが特別な好き。
My vision blurs as tears threaten to fall from my eyes. I can't believe this is happening. It feels like a dream. The chilly water encompassing my feet pulls me back to reality. Ooh, another CG! The achievement is spoiling me on what's going to happen. She reaches out to touch my cheek. She's so close.
今目の前にいるしおりが可愛くて可愛くてたまらないって好き。恥ずかしい。
That's so cheesy!
可愛い。今はこれじゃダメかな。
The achievement I got just now is called First Kiss.
もっとたくさんの好き。しおりと一緒に。
Despite them not yet kissing. Her gaze bores into mine. Right now she only has eyes for me.
一つだけキスしてもいい。好きです。
Here we go! It's
つな
happening!
いでもいい。
Ho ho.
好きですか。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
一つじゃないけど。すみません。私も
Do it!
しおりに
Do it!
でもつなぎたい。私だけのしおりでいてほしい。
The fish jumps up!
しおりが他の人と一緒にいると嫉妬して
Better than the achievement telling you to someone. Oh my god, yeah.
これ夢じゃん。
Yeah, it is real life. You're both going to be sick tomorrow because you're standing in the cold water.
その証拠に足
Oh, yeah.
冷たいでしょ。
See? That, what I'm saying.
そうです。
Come on.
みこと先輩。
Where's the kiss?
早く上がりましょう。
Where's the kiss? Although summer is fast approaching, the seawater is still cold and my shoes and socks are sodden with it. At the time I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing, but now I feel bad for dragging Mikoto out into the water too.
待って。
Kiss.
もう少しだけ。
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Where's the kiss? Come on. Come on. She squeezes my hand. Mikoto is so close beside me. Her gorgeous hair and deep eyes, her long lashes and pert nose. She's so close I could reach out and touch her.
ドキドキします。私も。
Standing there amid waves drenched golden in the setting sun, Mikoto and I gaze into one another's
し
eyes.
おりってこんなに可愛かったんだなーって。そんなことは。
Her whispered words make me blush
謙
furiously.
遜なし。
You want me to read the rest of that in a fucking Uber voice? Really?
性格悪い子のこときっとそんな風に思わないし、私しおりの全部が好きなんだよ。
I hope, yeah.
しおりの全部
With the way they're talking, I feel like it might not actually happen.
私も
Come on. It's called anticipation, yeah, and I'm not a very
みこと先輩のこと
patient person.
みこ
Maybe other people love her too, but I'm confident that I love her the
他
most.
の誰にも負けないです。よかった。
It's slowly starting to feel real. I gaze into Mikoto's eyes. I thought I wasn't allowed to fall for her, but I was
み
wrong.
なとしおりさん、私と付き合ってください。
Yeah, boy, here we go.
いない私だけど、私と一緒に歩んでくれませんか？
And you want a cursed uwu on top of it. Okay, sure. I don't know how I'm going. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know how I'm going to make that work.
一緒だといい子じゃなくなっちゃうかもしれませんが。
Miko-chan.
いいよ。そんなしおりも
Do you know any other words that are not cute that you could call her? Genuinely?
素直だ。
No. Oh! With that, she leans in toward me. Her lips are a hair's breadth from mine. Silently, I close my eyes. Mikoto's soft lips brush mine. The faint tickle of her breast sets my heart racing. That's it! That's it? Are you kidding me? I try to hold my breath, but I'm too nervous and it comes out in a sigh. I can feel her body heat. A breeze blows past us, rustling Mikoto's long hair.
キスしちゃった。
That was like 3 seconds.
嬉しいです。
Bruh. That was like 3 seconds. How the fucking dare you?
しおり。はい。私も
I love you
好
too.
きです。
Our lips come together again. I fight back the urge to cry. I love Mikoto.
私
The cursed uwu is sure. Wait, no caffeine sound scenes here.
もちろん。しおりはこんなに可愛い。私
I'm not dreaming. I really am Mikoto's girlfriend.
I closed my eyes. At last I was able to tell her how I feel. And now I can say I'm dating her with my head held high. We got 2 kisses out of that.
Wow.
2 kisses. 2 kisses and they're probably going to be sick tomorrow.
めちゃめちゃだ。
Thank you for the idle time. Laughing, Mikoto splashes around in the waves.
すみません。私が思いつきで海に入ってしまったので。
2 kisses and 15 achievements. No, we got 2 achievements out of the scene.
いやいや、いいよ。
Hey, oh, this shit gay? Yes. Good for them. Good for them. Yes. Hi. Good evening. How you doing?
すみません。
You out of jail?
靴下だけ絞っておけばそのうち乾くでしょ。どうでしょう。まあ、見た目は気づかれない。
I don't think anyone's going to care that your your socks are wet, aside from, you know, yourself having to wear
大丈夫。
them.
帰るだけだし。すみません。謝るのなし。
They finally worked it out, honestly.
それとも嫌だったの？
Now we just have to find a blackmailer. You are out of jail. I'm glad. Mikoto's tone is teasing. I think back on what just happened.
嫌じゃん。なかったです。嬉しかったです。
Secondhand emotional damage for real though.
でしょ？
Illuminated by the setting sun, I experienced a real confession on my first kiss. I'm sure I remember this day for as long as I live.
それに比べたら、ほら、靴がびしょびしょなことくらい許容範囲みたいな。
At some points, like, hey grandma, what was your first kiss like? Oh yeah, I got sick because we were standing in the sea with our shoes on. Wait, it wasn't gay. They had socks on. It wasn't that. Oh, it wasn't gay. They had socks on.
そうですね。笑った。よかった。しおりのちゃんと笑った顔、久しぶりに見たかもしれない。
ペカチュ。
いえ、
ベガベガ。
先輩だって辛かったですよね。
ペカチュ。
もう悲しませないようにする。
Imagine you're confessing your love to your now girlfriend, and then suddenly fucking Ash Ketchum shows up with a Pikachu in towel. Just on the side of the screen, you're like, wait, what's going on?
お互い様というか、私もこと先輩を悲しませてしまう。
And no, Shiori, honestly, you didn't do anything wrong as far as I'm aware. I think Ash would be supportive. Yeah, I think he would.
そうかな。そんなことないと思うけど。
They both be at a severe type disadvantage because they were just standing in the water. Like, challenge you to a duel. Wait, no, that's Yu-Gi-Oh.
まだ実感湧かないね。そうですね。変わったような。
Well, now you can hold hands.
じゃあまず一つ。はい。そのみこと先輩っていうの。
Oh, nickname.
それは難しい。なんでよ。みこと先輩は。
Keep people have a severe type disadvantage to each other. So Mickey? No, you're not Mickey. That sounds stupid. Mickey? Oh. Oh gosh, Pluto.
タメ口でいいし。
She wants me to call her Mickey, like a pet name.
無理です無理です。
Like me is no outside of Kaiba's repertoire. Might as well have him show off the Pokemon.
そこまで言わなくても。
They all do a big Pokemon battle and the beach gets closed. They destroy the entirety of Inoshima's like beach.
恋人
It's like,
ですか。
what happened here?
How?
みこと先輩は
Wow.
みこと先輩ですし。まあ。
I actually watched 6 episodes of Higurashi Sotsu today. So, we're almost like, I don't know, almost half of it.
みことさんとかでいいや。それならいいでしょ。
I like how they made it so with the subtitles there would be a different way of them having nicknames because they didn't put honorifics in the English version, so they have to find some other way to show how they're changing the ways they're calling each other. Closed is a fancy way of saying destroy. It's only a shortened version of what I usually call her, yet it somehow solidifies the change that's taken place between us.
いいね、なんか。たまに間違えそうですか。いいよ。いつかタメ口にしてね。頑張れた時は頑張ります。そうして。
Miko. Her name on my lips tastes of new beginnings.
しおりも私の前で我慢しなくていいから。
Just say whatever's on your
思っ
mind.
てること言ってたね。
You were fucking stupid.
付き合ってるんだから対等だよ。
And you hurt me a lot. And I do not...
はい。
I'm not fully over it. It's nice that we're apparently now in love and everything, but
まだまだ。
you know, don't just sweep it under the rug, how you were acting.
今日は帰ろうか。 はい。明日会えるの楽しみに。
Equals, equally stupid.
私も楽しみにしてます。
She really needs a phone. It really feels like I'm dreaming. Just a few short hours ago, I thought today was the end of all. I was expecting Mikoto to break up with me and for us never to speak again. It's fine if it's good content.
私にはしおりが好き。
Hmm?
しおりと一緒にいたいの。
I keep thinking whether the school uniform is like a dress with the upper part being a small jacket on top of it, or if it's literally like a shirt and a skirt. Because they're like seamless. I'm like, what is it? I never imagined Mikoto would tell me she loves me. Well, she did. And she kissed you twice. And after that, she kissed me. Twice! Softly, I traced my fingers over my lips. Mikoto kissed me. I can still feel the ghostly sensation of her lips on mine. And it wasn't a dream. This is really happening. I'm really Mikoto's girlfriend for really real. For really real! It still hasn't fully sunk in. I'm still unsure. But I'm unbelievably happy and I'm confident I can believe in her. You missed the kiss! Yes, you did! We'll come back. I sounded like kissing twice after kissing twice. You kissed twice. Twice. Sitting down at my desk, I started to write a letter to Mikoto. God damn it. Glad your dinner was yummy though. Catching myself, I realize I've defaulted to what I've always called her, but it's Miko now. The short name is still awkward and unfamiliar on my tongue. Redo the stream, pretend it didn't happen. Tentatively, I whispered aloud. I mean, you're calling her son instead of senpai now. It's not that different. Like, to my ears, it's not that different, but I guess to the average Japanese person it would be. I understand why she suggested it. Calling her by a different name makes things between us feel different to before. The knowledge that she's my girlfriend makes my heart swell in my chest. All the more because of how much it took to get there. Now realizing that I no longer need to keep a lid on my feelings, my heart feels light. It suddenly occurs to me that I need to make another bookmark. But I was originally only doing that to differentiate my letters from the fakes. I guess that's no longer necessary. Besides, if I'm going to give her something, I want it to be something she'll actually use. So what else could I make for her instead? Maybe a drink coat. Oh, well, that was out loud. A salad and fries. That sounds great. An entire cardigan? Enthusiasm surges through me as I think about how great she'd look in it. It would be amazing to see her wearing something I made for her. It would be really amazing, but... Yeah, an entire cardigan sounds like a little much. I'm not sure, it's something that takes only a few hours to make acceptable. If it takes a month, is that getting into too much territory? Isn't that also like too much work? But shuttle tatting is my hobby, so it's not like I'd be sacrificing my time. There's something else causing me to hesitate too. I wonder, does Mikoto really love me? It's not that I think she was lying, it's just... Maybe there's a part of her that's just going along with what I want. Like I did when I said yes to her, even though I had no idea who she was. Of course, I don't doubt that she has feelings for me, but... They can't do anything. It would be different if you call someone a certain way for a long time. Sure, definitely. I think back on what she said to me. Right, I can just ask her. I don't have to sit around trying myself and not trying to figure out her feelings. Yes! Communication! The healthy thing to a relationship. Of any kind. Communication. I'm filled with joy as I think about what to write to her. This is what dating is supposed to be about. That's what it's all about. When I arrive at the train station the next morning, Miko is there. Okay, that's difficult for me though. So now I need to say Miko instead of Mikoto. Jesus. Yeah, she wanted to go to school with you. She obviously wanted to go there with you. Yeah, I understand the awkwardness of switching. I do. Yes! I'm speechless. This isn't what I was expecting.
恥ずかしいんだからそんな態度取らないで。
Miko averts her gaze from me awkwardly.
私僭越ながらみことさんのこと、私の方がずっと好きで、みことさんは私に合わせてくれているのかなと。そんなことはもしかして私すごく
Are you actually head over heels for me? She loves me enough to wait around to see me first thing in the morning? Even without any guarantee I turn up? What do you mean without any guarantee? You need to go to school. Isn't that guarantee enough that you're going to show up?
朝からしおりに会えたら幸せかなと思ってて。恥ずかしいこと言わせないで。
No, you need to keep saying it.
私も幸せです。すごくすごく。そう？
Mm-hmm.
それなら待っててよかった。
She looks relieved. I'm so happy. Miko really loves me.
もしよかったらこれからは同じ時間の電車で行きますか？
It's probably hard to get up.
実は今日は早めの電車で来れたけど、いつもはギリギリなの。
Those line eyes didn't get any use for the past few hours. Yeah, so now they need to use them all the time. Unlike after class, it'd be harder to coordinate meeting in the mornings. We have no way to get in touch if one of us is off sick or to tell the other person to go on ahead without us.
だから時々
You could also just get a phone. For now, I'll just enjoy this one-off bonus. Miko and I walk along the road to the academy together. It somehow feels new and exciting, even though we're just going in the opposite direction to usual.
そういえばユミさんとは一緒じゃないんですか？ユミは車、坂きついし電車なんて。
Oh, damn.
なるほど。
I mean, they're not allowed to have the phones in school, but it's not like they cannot have phones outside of the school and in their personal life, because Mikoto does have a phone. So I don't see why Shiri wouldn't be able to have one either.
ユミに合わせてたら遅刻するよ。ホームルーム出ないもん。ああ、なるほど。ああ、しおりがスマホ持ってたら朝でも
Money.
連絡できる。
Okay, yeah, that's valid.
別にスマホくらい解禁してくれてもいいと思うんだよね。今時高速で携帯電話の持ち込み禁止なんて流行るわけないし。そうなんですか？ずっと持っていないのであまり実感ない。
Opposite direction means seeing things different, means new topics to talk about. Oh, yeah. It's true that most people have one these days, but I can live just fine without.
でも持ってるとやっぱり便利だよ。調べ物したり勉強も単語帳みたいなのとか作れるアプリあるし、それに家でも気軽にしおりとやりとり。
It would be nice to just write each other messages, though. I've heard that phones can help with studying, and it would be nice to message with Miko.
スマホはダメかもしれませんが、家で使うタブレットとかでしたら買えるかもしれません。
Oh. If I promise to keep it at home, I can probably persuade my parents. Then I can use it for studying and to chat with Miko.
それだ、それにしよう。
That is actually not a bad idea.
それなら家で連絡できるし。はい。みことさんと家でも連絡できる。
And you could also just be like, hey, there's this senpai at my school that I get along with really well. She could help me with studying.
あと手紙書かなくていいし。それはどうでしょう。
Phones help me studying, tell that to teacher.
お手紙書きますね。それにみことさんからお手紙いただけたら。目をそらさないでください。手紙な。みことさん、手紙のやり取り
No,
とか
she
しない
doesn't.
んですか？全くしないわけじゃないけど、そんなにしないかな。断りの手紙くらい？
Ay, yo.
ラブレターの。それはまあテンプレだし。あとは
That is fucked up.
手紙で言うくらいなら自分 分で言いに行くかな。なるほど。しおりは手紙書くの？お友達の相談に乗るときとか、あとクラスの離れちゃったお友達とか。なるほど。そう使うのか。手紙は手紙でいいですよね。
Maybe I should just go away and check it for the class to look at the learning material online.
なるほど。無理強いはしませんが。
Maybe her handwriting is just really fucking bad.
見たことないか
It's
も
like,
です。
oh, it doesn't fit my cold and aloof personality. My writing is just shit.
ああ、そっか。確かに。あ、わかった。じゃあ、しおりがわからない数学の問題を便箋いっぱいに答えを書いて返してあげよう。それはちょっと。なんでよ。いい考えだと思う。
We pull out some high school assets, we make some tea, we mold over romance manga. We part ways in the entrance hall and go to change our shoes. It occurs to me that this is around the time when I'd usually be slipping in Latin to Miko's shoe locker.
みことさん。
When I go over to her, I find her frozen in place staring into her locker. Hello.
今、まずいって顔。
That way we also double in the romance manga trope of the after school club.
何を隠したんですか？
There was only in like fifth and sixth grade I was in the theater club. But never any others.
昨日
We didn't really have those kind of things in school.
喧嘩したって噂がいっぱい流れてる。
Uh-oh.
もしやラブレターが。
Isn't this stream official novel club right now? Technically.
大丈夫。これは何とかしておく。ごめん。ごめん。みことさんが悪いわけじゃないですが。
It's more of a case of me reaping what I sowed. But even so, I don't like it.
それより。はい。手紙渡しに来てくれたんでしょ。
Excuse me? How are you assigning these things? Why am I getting assigned a tsundere president? Hello? Like, of course I will be the president, but why am I getting assigned a tsundere part randomly? Smiling brightly, she holds out a hand for it.
昼休みに入れて。
It's a little embarrassing giving it to her like this. She reads out again more insistently. Oh.
はい。はーい。
Somehow I feel embarrassed to be giving it to her in person.
もう開けちゃおうかな。後でにしてください。はいはい。
Who makes the characters who's tough but secretly cutie stuff? She happily takes the letter from me. But I can still see the pile of love letters behind her in her shoe locker.
私にはお手紙くれないのに。ラブレターの返事。
Oh, oh.
今嫉妬っぽかった。かわいい。違います。失礼しました。みこと先輩は後輩思いのとっても優しい先輩だと。
You're openly into cutesy stuff.
うわ、嫌味だ。嫌味じゃないです。手紙の返事の代わりにタブレット、私からのプレゼントにしようか。大丈夫です。自分で買いますから。
When I arrive at my classroom, I'm in a great mood. I still can't believe Miko is really my girlfriend.
すごい顔してる。あ、バホちゃん、おはよう。おはよう。その分だと仲直り。
Made it better.
そしてとても幸せな方向に。
The relationship might not feel totally real yet, but my happiness certainly is.
ああ、もうごちそうさま。
What? Good show-sama?
なんて顔。もう。
I can't wipe the dopey grin off my face. I'm so happy. My chest feels warm and fuzzy, filled with the cotton candy sensation of Miko's love.
でも幸せそうでよかったね
I choose what trope?
私も安心
I'm bad at tropes. What about the Genki clumsy one? Like, opens the door, trips over nothing, but is all happy-go-lucky about it.
真帆ちゃんに心配か
The Ohio line reminded you of someone? Oh. I don't think there's anyone voice acting in this one that is like a big name though. She's always looking out for me. I'm glad I can give her good news.
ゆっくりだけど頑張ってみる
You've been practicing that trope for 26 years. I'm walking on sunshine.
幸せ先輩すごく可愛くてねわあいいごちそうさままた今度
Or someone who doesn't voice act. Oh, okay.
朝から胸焼けしちゃいそう
You don't recognize Karuwaki Mai? The name doesn't ring a bell, no.
最初はあんなに話聞きたがってたのにそれとこれと
Not sure. Wait.
こんなに幸せだと
Karuwaki Mai.
甘すぎて美味しいコーヒーがいる感じ
Karuwaki Mai. I just realized I never fucking tweeted that we're live. Oh, Ilya's feel, huh? Ilya's feel von Einspan. I've not seen anything in relation to Fate though, so... That is a bunch of stuff that she's voiced, but nothing I've seen. Oh, it's Rorona! Oh, fuck! Ooh, that is embarrassing. That is embarrassing for me. It's Rorona's voice actress. Ooh. Ooh, that is embarrassing for me. And Emil. What the fuck just happened? Why did my Steam just suddenly decide to go into the weird full big picture thingy? Oh my god. Wow, okay. Okay.
そういうものなのでもなんかね昨日まで実はあんまりうまくいってなくてすれ違うことも多かったし辛かったけどでもなんかねようやく恋人って感じなのそっか
Oh, I feel bad now.
よかったねしおり
I mean, to be fair, Emil, the way Emil is voiced, you know, is way different from how Shiori talks, but Rorona, I should have probably
葵先
noticed.
輩にも強く言ってお別れしないとダメだよ
Of course, I have to talk to Aoi. She said she'd give me advice, but in the end, I never wrote to her.
葵先輩にもね相談に乗ってもらったの大方私の方がしおりを幸せにできるとかそういうこと言われたんでしょ
Yep.
それは
I wrote my gaze unable to answer.
やっぱり言われてるなもう気をつけなきゃダメだようまくいってるって言ったって恋人同士なら喧嘩することもあるだろうし昇進の時に優しくされたって葵先輩のところ行っちゃダメだよ行かないよだってね葵先輩といて気づいたの私が好きなの一緒にいてドキドキするのうわまた踏んでしまったもういいからいつでも話すから
She's happy and in love, now you need to suffer through that. You need to listen to her gush about her girlfriend. My head has been in the clouds all day long thinking about Miko. As the end of the school day approaches, my heart flutters in anticipation of seeing her.
しおり、お疲れ様です。みことさん。
I almost ate a full Mikoto but cut myself off just in time.
まだ慣れてないみたいだね。友達と話すときはみこと先輩って呼んでますし、まだしばらくなりなそうです。なんか嬉しいな。なんかしおりが頑張ってくれている感じ。
Yeah, I mean, she only calls her Shiori without a honorific at all.
みこと先輩は言い方変わらないのに。ああ、どうする？変えようか。しーちゃんとかハニーとかにする？
Honey?
普通でいい。しおりでいい。
Honey? Where is my super suit?
じゃあしょうがないな。
She pretends to sulk then laughs. Those little jokey exchanges with her bring me so much joy.
そうだ。第二保健室行ってみない？
You know, I'm glad you guys are happy now, but we still don't know who the blackmailer is.
はい。何かご用事ですか？ユミにちゃんとしおりのことを紹介したいなって思って。大丈夫でしょうか？
I've been in the same class as Yumi a few times, but we've never really interacted. Only a select few people are allowed into infirmary room too. Will she even let me in? Yes, she will. No, with super suit, what's it gonna look like? I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what the super suit in that movie looks like because I haven't seen it. I only know the scene.
大丈夫。
The honey, where's my super suit scene?
悪い子じゃないの。多分。ユミも会ってみたそうにしてたし、恋バナとか興味あるみたいで、それに
Super new, let's go!
大事な恋人を紹介したいの。
What's my superpower? Reading books at double the speed? I'm so happy she feels that way.
では、お世話でなければ。ユミ、まだいる？あら、ミコト、どうしたの？失礼。
It's my first time in infirmary room too. I heard about it from Mao, but she really has filled the room with her own stuff. It doesn't feel like a schoolroom at all. She put up cute curtains, brought her own pillows and blankets, and even a tea set. It feels like I'm stepping into Yumi's bedroom.
あら。こちらが湊しおりさん。ユミさん、お久しぶりです。そうね。何回か同じクラスになったこと。はい。お話しする機会を。
I am dating your sister now.
いいの。私変に話しかけられても。嬉しいことだろうし。
Damn, okay. I haven't seen Yumi in ages, not even at the high school entrance ceremony. She's slim and pale. Seeing her next to Mikoto, the resemblance is clear.
私、しおりとお付き合いしてて。みことさんとお付き合いさせていただいてます。あらあら。
Anna?
うまくいったみたいでよかったわ。ちょっと心配してたのよ。ずっと悩んでいるみたいだったから。しおりさん。
I hope you can cope with her.
よろしくね。
Mm-hmm.
いえ、こちらこそよろしくお願いいたします。でも、
Yumi stares intently into my face. Her eyes are so like her sister's.
みことがしおりさんのことを。
No, no, Arabet, no. Listen. Listen, she did it first.
しおりさん、すごく穏やかで。
If I have to hear an ara in a game, I have to do it. That's just the law. With the bubble wrap fingers, able to read books at double the speed and can do a perfect Pikachu imitation to throw over would-be aggressor. It's super new.
取らないわよ。
The ara is banned here? Excuse me? You can't go banning stuff on my channel. What are you talking about?
しないとは大違いってこと。
It's a good evening.
まあ、 そんなことないですよ。いいのよ、しおりさん。
Stop me if you can.
遠慮しなくて。何でも思ったこと言ってちょうだい。
You just been lurking. Okay. Yeah. But still, good evening.
お二人はすごくすごく素敵な姉妹だと思います。みことさんからお話聞いててすごくそれを感じます。ほら、いい子でしょ。
You've been lurking, but the Ara made you come out of the lurk and be like, ah, we don't know, we don't do that here. It feels like Yumi is the older sister, concerned about the younger one.
でもこれで一安心だわ。
Mm-hmm.
これからはみことのことはしおりさんに任せることにする。
Mm-hmm.
みことも何かあったらこれからはしおりさんに甘えるのよ。よろしくね。こう見えて甘えん坊。
You could redeem an Uva-Ara. That would definitely be an offense. That would be
そうなんですか。
an interesting experience for sure.
いや、そんなことない。そんなことないから。みこと、しおりさん相手に。
Ara was the line crossed for me to go every time. I think we actually did an Uvu-Ara back when we played Persona 5 Strikers.
楽しみにしないで。
So it's been a long time, surprisingly. It's been such a long time since that game came out.
失礼いたしました。え、しおりさんも時々遊びに来てちょうだい。
You do not like the Ara archetype? Archetype? Is it art? It's archetype, isn't it? It's not arch, it's arc.
みこととの恋愛に悩むこともあるでしょうし、それに周りで付き合ってる人とかいないから恋バナって聞いてみたいのよ。
Wow, you're just here for the gossip.
姉がどんな恋愛してるの
Ho
か
ho.
興味ある。
A cursed one, oh no.
ちょっとダメだよ、しおり。では、たまにお伺いしますね。あら、楽しそう。女子会しましょう。
I can't, it's like a reflex.
はい、しおり、ユミに変なこと言わないでね。言わないですよ。いいことしか言わないです。それが恥ずかしいんだってば。
Wait. It's archetype. Okay. After parting ways with Yumi, Miko and I will come together.
ユミさんにご挨拶できてよかったです。悪い子ではなかった。
It's almost like yawns. It's like a reflex. I hear someone say Ara, I have to also go Ara. You're right. You're right.
はい。あと、やっぱり似てるなって感じました。性格悪いところ？いえ、目元とか。まあ、姉妹だし。でも、息ぴったりだなと思いました。
Wait.
それも姉妹だしね。私も少しでも近づけるように。
Why is no one concerned with who the blackmailer is anymore? It's like, oh, we're dating now. Okay, but
しおりはそのまま。
who's the blackmailer?
そうなのですか。そう、しおりはずっとそのままでいてほしい。なるほど。まあ、しおりの場合心配はないと思うけど、ユミに何言われても嫌味とか覚えなくていいからね。わかりました。
Thanks, blackmailer, for improving our life. If possible, I want to become as well attuned to Miko as Yumi is, but it doesn't seem like that's what she wants from me.
あら。
Oh! Ara! Ah, see, if you look here, the dark part is a ribbon that is tied into, that is braided into her hair. So it's not funky highlights. It seems to be a ribbon that she's tied in there. The other is like D-line and testing character is going to be surprisingly what if character more often than not. Oh. Someone comes in Ara and you just do it as well. The good thing is, in public, I do not hear an Ara very often. It would be some funky highlights, definitely. We bump into Aoi and I hurriedly return a polite greeting. I've only ever met with her out in the courtyard at lunchtime, so it feels strange seeing her here.
こんなところで可愛いしおりに会えるなんて嬉しいわ。運命かしら。
Why worry about the blackmailer when you've got your mega happy gay aunt? Because I don't like it when stuff does not get resolved. She's her usual flirty self.
そっちの方が例の恋人？あ、はい。そう、うまくいったのね。はい。葵先輩も。
I still think that Aoi's character design would have been improved if she wore glasses.
いいのよ。可愛いしおり。
Like round glasses. Ooh, she's really glaring at her.
まあいいわ。私の方に来たいと思ったら。
Would you rather have had a happy gay aunt or to find out who the blackmailer is if you could pick only one? If I could pick only one, I think I would have taken... If I could pick only one, I think I would have actually taken the blackmailer because I want to know if I was right or not. She already told Aoi... Oh, that's a good... No, she only told her about how you know, the being with Mikoto wasn't going as well. Ooh, well that was awkward. Aoi doesn't seem to be in a good mood as she walks away. They are similar looking characters with glasses, sure. She doesn't like happy gay aunts. No, we do like them, but we like our mysteries more. Oh yeah, I can hear the Dorona now. Wow, I did not recognize her at all.
でもすごく優しいんですよ。相談に乗ってくださったりとか。そういう相談女が一番危ない。
Now I know to recommend you all a bunch of very, very tragic gay stories and said, oh no. But actually, for real? Recommend them to me. Maybe I know some. Mikoto doesn't seem pleased. An open-end where things are wholesome but not really concluded. Ooh. No, I like conclusions. I'm not a big fan of open-ended stuff. Like, it's fine if it's open-ended of like what happens to them like later on, like now that the relationship is continuing, I don't care, but I don't like it when mysteries or stuff gets left open-ended because I want an answer to it. Like, who was behind this? Who was behind that? Why did that happen? I need to know those things. You're too fond of character interactions to appreciate closure. That's fair. Well, Mikoto, just be glad that this is a kinetic novel where we cannot choose what route we're going to end up with because there seems to be only this route. Hella cute. So she can say hella, but she won't say it hurts like hell. Miko's jealousy, being able to speak this openly with one another, it makes my heart swell. This wasn't kinetic shit, he would have died a lot by I would have gone for bad endings.
幸せだな。
Definitely. If the bad endings have achievements tied to them, I do them. I still had some lingering anxiety, but that's all gone now, replaced with nothing but a burning love for Mikoto.
幸せです。
Wow.
私にこんな日が来るなんて思わなかったから。私も。
Mikoto holds out a hand. I take it in mine. Her skin is slightly cool. Gently I squeeze her hand, sending my warmth into her. We walk forward hand in hand, Mikoto and I together on our own path. Sheesh. We're still missing 2 achievements though. I think. I don't know. I can't look it up because Steam decided to go into the big picture thing. I decided I wanted to date Shiori for real. She was important to me. I needed her. I loved her. But there was still a part of me holding myself back. I couldn't imagine myself being in a relationship with someone. And yet, the words just came out. I realized I didn't want anyone else but her. Better than being standing too long in the water and getting sick. It still feels weird. It's like I'm walking on clouds. But the reverberation of those words and the wetness of the ocean on my skin remain. And the feel of Shiori's lips on mine. I bring my fingers to my lips. Shiori and I are dating. We even kissed. Twice! I'm dating Shiori. She's my girlfriend. Huh, I don't feel any resistance to that thought, no unease. In fact, I feel happy. My previous stress has melted away, allowing me to accept my feelings for her. Still, I have a girlfriend now, huh? What happens now? Do we go on dates, hold hands, kiss? I feel embarrassed just thinking about it. Embarrassed, but also excited. Excited to be around her, to talk about anything and everything. To have her there with me to take the steps I was too scared to take alone. What do I want to do with her? Where do I want to go? Knowing that she feels the same way about me as I do her... What? She feels the same way about me as I do her? Fills me with warm and fuzzy feelings.
私、しおりのこと。
Mother helped me as I had attached to my neck and I'm in it? What? The fuck are you playing? The girl I was blackmailed into dating. It took some time to admit it, but I'm head over heels for her. My Shiori. She's all mine. She's not an object. I'm unbelievably excited for the days ahead. I don't know, it always feels a little weird to hear the whole, oh, you're mine. Like, please. This morning I walked to school with Shiori. Whenever I think about our relationship, emotions surge up inside me. With each moment that goes by, I'm discovering a surprising new side of myself. Disco Elysium! Did you also buy it? Because it's on sale? I bought it as well. Today. Because I saw it. I saw on Twitter that it's on sale. I was like, oh, it is! I bought it today. No, making sure the number of kisses is accurate, counting every kiss. Of course! Of course! If I can count the numbers of bottles that Mr. I forgot his name in Ace Attorney smashes, then I can also count the number of kisses. Both were on my wishlist on sale. Ah man, I want to play Disco Elysium as well. Ah. I heard from a friend that it's a really good game. I was like, ooh. Manzeeks, thank you. Oh man, I love Great Ace Attorney so much, yet I forgot so many names. I can tell you most of the plot still, probably, but I forgot so many names. When you get to an empty section of hallway, Nagisa sighs. Yes. Yeah, we're dating for real now. You still know how many bottles and glass it was? Oh no. I feel like it was 6 bottles and 17 glasses, but I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong though. Oh, it was 14 glasses of wine, 10 of them destroyed and 1 entire bottle chucked into the gallery. Was when we finished it. Okay, so I was I was off by a lot. Oh well. You want to stream Disco Elysium if you can. It's fully voiced. I have to see, because there's so much stuff you can do in there. I'm not sure if it was something I'd enjoy doing on stream. We'll see about it though. It would be an interesting experience. I've only heard good things about the game, so For now, I want to fucking know who sent this blackmail letter. There we go. I wanted to not swear. Well, I said I tried to not swear, but don't ha at me.
だってなんかというかミコトってそういうタイプじゃないと思ってたんだけど私もそう思ってたよ自分が恋をする
I feel like I have the music too loud and it drowns out the voices sometimes.
でもなんか
Well, if the blackmailer wanted me to be happy, they sure fucking did it. Was the voiceover added later? I remember not being voiced or something. Oh yeah, with the Definite Edition or whatever it's called that is out now, they added a bunch of voices that were not there before. Like all your thoughts are voiced and everything. So I don't know, there's several millions of words are now voiced, yeah. It actually got a 10/10 from IGN, I think. Wow, you're really cheesy, Mikoto.
私にはしおりが必要で特別なの。わかんないけどさ、それは友達じゃダメなわけ？
Nagisa doesn't seem convinced.
友達だって一緒にはいられるでしょ？恋人になる必要があるの？もしかして私
Oh my god, Mikoto, no.
付き合うなってこと？違う。断じて違う。関係性がってこと？友達と恋人と何が違うの？それは違うの。
It just is. You know? No, I don't actually know.
具体的じゃなさすぎるんだけど。友達は特別じゃないでしょ。
Don't know.
私にとってしおりは友達よりもずっと特別なの。
I can't really explain it. At first I thought I was fine just being friends with her too, but I wouldn't explain these feelings.
友達だったら私の可愛いしおりが他の誰かに取られちゃうかもしれないわけじゃない。は？友達だったら別に嫉妬しないじゃない。私、渚が誰と仲良くしても何とも思わないし。
You can get jealous of your friends hanging out with other people though.
過度に親しい人がいたら
Could have been me and us we're friends. It's not just about how we feel around each other, it's the possessiveness, the jealousy, the affection and love, the craving to be together. I think all those things are what makes a relationship different to a friendship. I think that's what love is, regardless of whether it's with a man or a woman. Ayo. Thank you for the master check, Ichi. And thank you for the higher time. Oh my god, you're hitting all of those redeems today, huh? Ah! Thank you. Where's the short hair? There it is. Thank you. I forget that whenever I press control, it does this. Ah! Evil. I think all those things are what makes a relationship different to a friend, blah 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 blah. Here we
バッ
are.
クログジャンプする？
This is where we're supposed to be.
しおりも同じことを思ってくれてるし、それに付き合ってるって話が広まれば
No, I don't think they're going to stop harassing you actually.
嫌がらせもなくなるだろうし、悪いことしてるわけじゃないし、関係を隠す必要もないし。
Mm-hmm.
まあ、しおりちゃんの立場なら好きな人がモテモテじゃいや、ちょっと待って。わかんない。わからなくても仕方ないわ。私も迷いがないわけじゃないし。
It's not like I think relationships are easy. It's not all going to be sunshine and roses. We'll probably have fights from time to time. No one knows what the future holds.
でもそれ以上に恋人って関係性がしっくりきて嬉しいの。まあいいや。わかんないけどわかった。私には理解できないけど自由よね。二人が決めたことならそれで。私が口出すことじゃないか。私も前の自分なら渚と同じように言っていたと思う。脅迫状の犯人の思う通りになってるのしっくりこないし。
Well, find the blackmailer then.
でもね、すごく違うの。
Because whoever it is seems to be playing at Cupid more than they're actually blackmailing you. Shiori is so sweet and lovable. I want to be around her all the time. I love her. I'm sure it's a special kind of love, different to the one you have for friends.
脅迫状の件はどうするの？もう忘れるの？また何か来たら相談するわ。結局脅迫状が来たのは1回だけだし、ユミも無事だし。
If Shiori and I keep dating, we'll be doing exactly as the blackmailer had instructed. I haven't received any further communication from them.
本当にただのいたずらだったのかもしれないし。
Haha, pranked! Hello, Jin. Good evening. How's work?
いたずらか。本当に変な感じ。
Oh man, working on a Sunday sounds rough.
でも
I hope it's going
そ
well.
の脅迫状のおかげで付き合って幸せになっている人もいるのか。
Blackmail's all well and good if it leads to a happy ending.
嫌味な言い方しないで。
Some sentences this game gives you is really just like, excuse me, what now?
恨んでないわけじゃないわ。脅迫状が来たせいで辛かったし、ユミもそのせいで傷ついたのかもしれないし、しおりだって巻き込んで犯人は許せないけど、手がかりがないんじゃ調べようもないし。そうね。靴箱に
Ha, prank or shit, they do be gay.
どんなに調べたところで目撃情報が見つかるわけじゃないし。
You're just sitting doing nothing. Aw.
そうでしょ。
I hope time will pass quickly then.
だからまた何かあったら、新聞部としては無理だけど友達としてなら。分かった。まあいろいろなんか腑に落ちてはいないけどさ、なんか表情柔らかくなったね。そうかしら。うん、付き合い長いけどさ、なんか
Yeah, you're all
別人みたい。
mushy now.
そうしおりちゃんのおかげなんだろうなって思うよ。だからおめでとう、みこと。ありがとう。
But for real, find that blackmailer. That being said, the contrast between this game and the settings are utterly hilarious. The setting? Oh, the setting. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yes. I mean, it's fine if the own dialogue choices are not voiced. I mean, I have to say something as well. If I were to stream the game, there's also... I mean, I do want to talk as well. Would be a little weird if I just said they're not saying anything. There's no trace of sarcasm to her words. Perhaps I'm starting to mellow a little from Shiori's influence. I hope I can keep up the transformation. Find that blackmailer. Please. Shiori. Just a few weeks ago, I didn't even know her name. Then she became the girl I resented for blackmailing me. Then I fell for her and started dating her for real, and now here we are.
しおり、お疲れ様です。みことさん。
It's cute how she still hasn't adjusted to the nickname. Wow, damn, Autobahn. Sheesh, okay. My heart feels fit to burst with the awkward excitement and joy of a brand new relationship.
そうだ。第二保健室行ってみない？はい。何かご用事ですか？
It seems like the bots are more on the rise recently, huh?
ちゃんとしおりの。
There was a time where it was really quiet, and now suddenly it's a lot of them again.
大丈夫でしょうか？
Yumi has been there for me a lot
ユミ
recently.
も会ってみたそうにしてたし、恋バナとか興味あるみたいで。それに。
Maybe Yumi knows something about the blackmailer. Game ends without a blackmailer being named on a sequel hook, which leads to a sequel coming out in 2032. I mean, you're joking, but we are apparently getting a sequel. Like, this is the first game in something that is at least planned to have more entries. I want to introduce Shiori to her and show her that everything's good now.
わかりました。
Autobahn sounds a bit like Autobahn, I just realized. It does. There's a K-pop song from a band. I'm not sure if they even still exist, but when it came out, they actually, I don't even know what the song is about, but there's a part where they like rap and sing about the Autobahn, and I'm like, why did they just say Autobahn, huh? I take Shiori to infirmary room too. Although I've been here many times before, I feel nervous bringing Shiori with me.
あら。
Oh no! Please resolve the blackmail of this game.
みなとしおり。
I hope they do. I hope they resolve it in the next 20 minutes.
お久しぶりです。
I want to finish the game today.
何回か同じクラスになったこと。
I was worried how she might react, but Yumi is immediately nice to her.
私、しおりとお付き合いしてて、みことさんとお付き合いさせていただいてます。あらあら。
Anna!
ちょっと心配してたのに。
Ah! It is a reflex, it's stupid.
と悩んでいるみたいだったから。しおりさん、うつつかな姉ですが。いえ、こちらこそよろしくお願いいたします。
Yumi sends me a look out of sight of Shiori that says, good for you. Originally, I decided to go out with Shiori in order to protect Yumi. Who would have thought things would turn out like this?
でも、これで一安心だわ。これからはみことのことはしおりさんに任せることにする。みことも何かあったらこれからはしおりさんに甘えるのよ。
I still do think though that the way they have written it to be like shown from both of their perspectives all the time could have been improved.
そうなん
Because there's so many sections where you just read the same thing over and over. It feels a little... Nah. I never act that way in front of Shiori. It's incredibly embarrassing being talked about like this. I feel exposed.
こと
You better not play voice games with that auto on your phone.
しょうがないです
No. You know, I don't play my gacha games anymore. I haven't touched any of them in a while.
楽しみにしない
And
で
I'm not planning on touching them again. I think it's almost been a month since I last started up one of my gacha games, so I think I'm through with them. And I don't even feel bad about it. Now I just need to, like, throw them off my phone to really never touch them again. Like, damn. I finally did it, after so many years. After leaving the infirmary, Shiori and I walked to the station together. I'm glad I could introduce Shiori to Yumi. That's one weight off my shoulders.
あら
Anna.
葵先輩
I managed to keep my distaste from showing on my face. Not really. Now here's someone who is still a cause for concern.
こんなところで可愛いしおりに会えるなんて嬉しいわ。そっちの方が例の恋。
She doesn't even glance in my direction as she asks.
はい。そう、うまくいったのね。はい。葵先輩もお話聞いてくださっていいのよ。可愛いしおりのためだもの。
No, wait, hold on. It's definitely a one-piece. I think it's a dress. It just screams for a new art compilation.
しお私の方に来たいと思ったら
My arms are always open.
またね
Hmm.
お構いなく
Oh, he walks away. Ugh, she really grinds my gears.
ねえなんかめっちゃ
Well, you kind of deserve it, no?
な
Mikoto.
んだかすみません
All of this isn't just over with just because you're now dating for real. Even though we never exchanged a word, Aoi clearly sees me as an enemy. Aoi is after Shiori, and as her girlfriend, I won't stand for it. That's it.
でもすごく優しいんですよ
That's it.
相談に乗ってくださったりとかそういう相談女が一番危ない
I've got to watch out for this girl, especially given Shiori's complete lack of self-awareness. Shiori giggles at me.
私本当にみことさんと付き合ってるんですねそうだよ幸せです私にこんな日が来るなんて思わなかったから私も
I hold out my hand to her. She takes it in hers and squeezes. Strangely, I don't feel a lick of embarrassment despite being out in public. We set off walking together. Here, in this moment, I hold happiness in the palm of my hand. Woo! Yeah! It keeps going. Hand in hand, Shiori and I walk the route home from school.
しおり週末用事ある土曜日はおばあちゃんのところに行かなきゃいけないのですが日曜日でしたら空いてますよよかったじゃあ一緒に出かけないはいやったじゃあ極楽寺で降りて待ち合わせて
Kamakura?
一緒に鎌倉
Kamakura. Kamakura.
大変じゃないですか鎌倉駅で待ち合わせ
No, because that way you can get there together and spend more time with each other.
だってどうせ同じくらいの時間の電車に乗るだろうし少しでも長く
Eh? I surprise myself with how easily I can say these things.
はいではお待ちしてます私いろいろ食べたいものあるんだよね前に食べたアップルパイも美味しかったし他にもいろいろ行きたいはいみことさんすごく嬉しい
Yesterday when I went shopping, I saw that the bakery had like a really big chocolate cake there and I was so close to getting a piece and I was like, no. No, you shouldn't eat chocolate stuff.
自分でも驚いてる
But it looked so appetizing. It looked so good! I can't believe I'm coming out with these cheesy lines. Love and romance and all that is still pretty foreign to me, so it just shows how much I love Shiori.
でもいいかなって自分らしくなって
That's so moody.
びっくりするけどしおりの前
The good thing is that after I had finished shopping, I had so much stuff already. Like, my arms were full and it was snowing, so even if I had wanted that cake, there was no way I could have actually taken it with me
一緒にいた
without the risk of it falling down and stuff.
も
So
っと一緒に過ごしてもっともっと
I left it.
みたいです
Her smile is dazzling.
かわいい
You could have carried it on your mom. Yeah, just walk right outside the store and like eat it immediately.
やばい
If I had bought the cake, I probably wouldn't have bought books because if I had tried to bring that cake home, I definitely wouldn't have gone into the bookstore.
私は照れすぎて
Not sure which one would be the better option here.
ドキドキですみことさん今までと違いすぎます
Cake comes and goes, books you buy forever. Yes.
嫌だったいえそんなみことさんもよかった
Shiori is so cute, I can barely contain the affection I feel for her. Every little thing she does just makes me love her more.
じゃああさってここで
Her smile is even sweeter and brighter than usual. Of course, there will be times when our relationship is less than perfect. But if we're just friends, I'm sure her cuteness wouldn't have this effect on me. It must have been so hard for Shiori, trying her best to be my friend while repressing her feelings for me. Whatever Nagisa thinks, I know that what we have is different to being friends. It's something more. I'm so happy to be dating Shiori. Listen, I'm happy she's happy, but I do not like the whole, oh, you know, dating is worth more than being friends with someone, but I'm not going to go into that. We're playing a romance game, so we're going to take what the romance game gives us. On Sunday, Shiori spots me before I can even step off the train and jumps on to join me. I've taken her braids and her sunflower print skirt, her slim legs, the sandals on her dainty feet. Everything is perfect. How the fuck did you take that compliment and turn it into a bad thing? What? Purple? Ah.
清楚ながらもしおりの明るさを見せてくれてるって感じ。はい。あと短い三つ編みも最高。ありがとうございます。みことさんも素敵です。
I still don't understand how Mikoto's hair stays like this. There's nothing. The braid just stops. But like, how? There's no ribbon in it, nothing.
しおりももっと私のこと褒めていいわよ。どう好き？どう美人
？She's so cute when she's flustered. It makes me want to tease her even more.
お洋服がすごく似合う。
Glue!
ショートパンツも素敵です。帽子もお似合いです。あと髪を束ねてるのも大人っぽくて素敵です。あとうまく言えないですが全部好きです。
Her earnest attempts to compliment me are adorable.
みことさん、私で遊びましたね。
Yep, she is.
いや、可愛くて。ありがとう、嬉しい。可愛い。
I'm excited to be able to spend the whole day with Shiori.
制服着てるときはお嬢様に擬態してるって感じだから私服の方が楽だわ。お、擬態。
I am a proper young lady.
お嬢様ですよね。
Mm-hmm.
みことさんもユミさんも貴教女学園にずっと通ってますし。
I suppose my family is fairly privileged. Although we have insurance, Yumi's medical bills are still high, but we can afford them.
違うの。お金持ちの子がみんなお嬢様ではないの。
Oh, that's what she means.
お嬢様がお嬢様なの。よくわからなかった。私は清楚さが足りなくて、しおりは完璧ってこと。はい、いえ、私なんて地味ですし。私なんて私。可愛いよ、しおり。私が今まで見た中で一番清純で可愛いお嬢。はい。ありがとうございます。みことさん、私が言われたことのない。そんなこと言って葵先輩には。
Oh my god. Stop.
釜かけたらまさかの。いえ、葵先輩は。
Aoi says that to all the girls, so she doesn't count.
わからないんですけど、みんなに言いたいっておちゃんは言ってました。いろんな子に声かけてるみたいな。悪い女。
Still, from what I saw in Accordia, she seems experienced. Perhaps she does go around trying to seduce every girl she meets, but even so... No, I feel like she might actually have something for Shiori. I can't forget the way she glared at me.
私の方に来たいと思ったらいつでもどうぞ。お構いなく。
I barely know Aoi. I've never spoken to her. Of Of course I know who she is due to a prominent position on the student council, but the look she gave me, it burned with the kind of resentment one might feel toward a rival. Or was it something more? I don't think it's just because she's protective of Shiori and knows I'm the one who was causing her grief.
葵先輩、私のことを何か言ってた？いえ、特には。あ、でも倉橋姉妹の姉の方と付き合ってるでしょ。私のこと知ってるのかな？
Well, if she's student council president, she probably knows a lot of the students.
妹先輩、有名なんですよね。
Like, especially because she herself is popular and also her youngest sister is such a special person in the school due to her being sick and stuff. So, by association, she's probably well known.
生徒会に所属しているから、いろんな人のこと知っているのかもしれないですよ。そういうものな。
Especially if you try to keep a low profile. It still seems weird to me, but maybe she simply doesn't like me.
いや、葵先輩
That could very well be.
今日はしおりとデートなんだし。はい、楽しみです。
I pass by the shopping district every day on the school route, but it's been ages since I came on the weekend. Since it's a popular tourist destination, the streets are crowded with people from all over the world. The hydrangeas are in season, so it's particularly busy right now.
いつもは買い食い禁止で我慢してるから、いろいろ買っちゃおうっと。しおりは甘いもの好き？はい、好きです。よかった。しおりいちごとか。
Who doesn't like strawberry flavor stuff?
え、どうしてわかったんですか？いや、好きそうだなぁと思って。わかりやすいでしょうか。いや、女の子らしいもの好きそうだなぁと。
It's my own version of stereotype, but I feel like cute girls have a thing for strawberries.
言い当てられてしまうと、なんだか。
Strawberries are great. I love strawberries.
しらす丼は苦手そう。どうしてわかりましたか？なんとなく。私もそんなに得意じゃないし。よかった。
I know they're nutritious and the ones you get in Kamakura are extra fresh, but they're not exactly a tasty type of fish. Given a choice, I'd much rather have a seafood mix on my rice bowl.
私もみことさんの好きな
I
もの
wouldn't.
当ててみたいです。
Not a seafood person.
ぜひぜひ。なんだと思う？しおりに当てられるかな？ステーキ。なんでわかったの？
She somehow honed in on the exact food I was thinking of. I'm beyond surprised. I'm actually kinda scared. She's telepathic.
あれ、当たってましたか？美味しいから。
You really can't beat an expensive slab of meat cooked to perfection.
甘いものも好きだよ。
Mm-hmm.
じゃあフルーツの中で当てて。難しくなりました。
She stares intently into my face as though searching for a clue there.
マンゴー。え？私一度も言ってないよね。当たったんですか？偶然です。なんとなくみことさんは
The more expensive fruits, ooh.
なんかその言い方。すみません。あ、クレープ屋さんにマンゴー味ありましたっけ？ごまかしたね。ああ、マンゴーのかき氷屋さんもできたみたいですよ。行きましょう。
Every time I think of shaved ice nowadays, I have to think of the time we bought shaved ice in Japan and they wanted to take pictures with us. And then they were like, can we post these, like, can we put those on the wall in the shop? And I'm like, you know we're not special, right? We're just tourists. We're no important people. But they're like, can we take pictures of you? I'm like, sure, put some white people on the wall, I guess. I don't know. I head over to the crepe stand with her. Since it's a weekend, it's pretty crowded. Oh.
はい、大丈夫ですよ。観光地だし、並ばずにって。
Yeah, baby.
でも、遊園地だと90分待ちとかありますし、少しなら仕方ないですよ。 そこと比べちゃうんだ。
Judging by the number of people in front of us, we probably won't be waiting for more than 20 minutes. Compared to a theme park, this is nothing.
それに一人なら大変ですけど。
I gotta say though, I like ice cream more than I like shaved ice.
どうでしょう。いつもみことさんが嬉しいことを言ってくださるので。
Don't know why I really like the gradient in the irises here. Yeah.
可愛すぎる。よかったです。なんかさ。
I dropped my voice to a whisper so the people around us can't hear, but the other people in line are chatting happily together and paying us no mind.
私何もなくて空っぽだと思ってた。思ってもらえるってすごいね。私にとって本当にしおりだけが。
The eyes are really nice.
よかった。
Like there's a lot going
なんか
on, but it works.
ちょっと
Like it works
クレ
well.
ープ待ちながら泣かないでよ。
I want a crepe.
すみません。みことさんに好きになってもらえてる実感なくて夢なんじゃないかなって思うんです。夢じゃないよ。はい。
I turn this voice over in my mind. It's not a dream. Shiori is really here. I'm really with her. When I'm with her, I'm always having so much fun that I end up saying the cheesiest lines without so much as a blush.
私さ、しおりに脅迫状のことを打ち明けた時、でもしおりがそれでもそばにいてくれて安心して甘えてた。傷つけてるの分かってた。私ね、しおりが好きだよ。友達とかじゃダメで。
Love confession in the middle of the street.
恋をしたことあるわけじゃないから正しいかはわからないけど好き。はい。私もみことさんだけが
It is cute though. They're being very cute right now.
他の誰とも違う特別です。
The time flies by as I chat with Shiori and we soon reach the counter. Ah!
結構熱い。
Achievement unlocked crepe date. Even wrapped in paper, the freshly baked crepe is almost too hot to hold.
やけどしないようにね。
Aw, that is a cute picture.
そして思ったより大きかったで
Wait,
す。
so how much is the drinks? Ice. What? Ice. Oh, an iced cola costs 300 yen? And an iced tea 300 and an iced I don't know. My katakana knowledge is not good enough for reading that. I'm sorry.
ね、すごい重量感。いただきます。
It has a lot of cute CGs, definitely. I bite into the crisp crepe. It's sweet and yummy.
どこから
It's so interesting to me that in Japan they make crepes like this, like they roll them like this, because the ones we get here they like fold them. Text is kind of small, don't worry about it.
普通に食べたらいいのに。
This is a background detail. Yeah, but I always feel happy when I can read some parts in Japanese.
普通って
I mean, I'm not actively studying it at all, so.
真ん中中央。わかりました。
Oh god, no, don't start in the middle, everything else will fall out.
あ、あ、
As usually, Shiori parts her lips slightly and nibbles at it like a little critter.
すごい。
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
なんか食レポしてるみたい。というか、そんなに小さく食べてたらいつまでもクリームまで到達できないよ。次の一口は大きめにいきます。かわいい。まだ小さいよ。もっと口開けてあーんって。もっといける。ガブって。
What's anything else? Yeah.
これ以上は。じゃあそのまま。
Can't open anyway, it's okay. It's just a crepe.
どうですか、港リポーター。 皮が厚くてクリームが冷たくて美味しいです。他にはあっさりめのお味です。
She's really talking like a food blogger. I chow down on my own crepe. The sugared cream cheese inside is light and tasty.
さんもリポーターしてください。すごく美味しい。もう一声です。じゃあしおりが食べて。
Ooh. I hold up my crepe to watch Shiori.
いただきます。美味しいです。
Cream cheese on a crepe, huh?
いいですね。ねえ、美味しい。
Okay, to be fair, I only ever take like the really sweet ones.
あれ、言わされました。そんなことないよ。
Like I usually just choose Nutella and then, or like whatever chocolate cream they have. And then maybe either like strawberries or banana. Sometimes if I feel like
い
it.
ただきます。どうですか。
The distinct flavors of the almost savory crepe batter and sweet strawberry mingle on my tongue.
しおりの味がする。
Excuse me.
しおりが好きそうな味ってこと。それはどういうことですか。美味しくないですか。うん、すっごく美味しいってこと。これがしおりの好きな味か。
I sever the taste of the strawberry between my teeth. Knowing that I'm experiencing Shiori's favorite flavor makes the taste even better.
なんかその言い方恥ずかしいです。別に普通のことしか言ってないのに。しおりと食べるとすごく美味しい。
With the Kinder... Oh, yeah. I've seen that before, but I've never tried it.
それは私も
Crepes eaten together with a girl I love are sweeter than the sugariest candy. Aww.
美味しかった。
The taste of cream cheese lingers on my tongue, making me hungry for more.
そういえばしおりは帰りの時間とか大丈夫？
She might be, but I'm not okay for time. We're going into overtime, and I don't know how long, like how much more of the game is left.
親御さんとか心配すること厳しい？ごめんね。そういえばしおりの家のことあんまり聞いたことなかったなと思う。しおりの両親って優しそう。仲も良さそうだし。
Shiori's so sweet and innocent. I'm sure hers is a happy household, unlike mine. I bet her parents love her very much. Thank you for the pet.
私の話を
Oh no, the music change. What's going on?
聞きたい。私の両親あんまり仲良くなくて。
This is a surprise. She's such a good girl, I just assumed she had a good home life too.
もちろん離婚するほどとかではなくて、いいお母さんで
お
すし、いいお父さんなんです。でも3人で仲良く過ごすことは、
Oh.
お母さんとおばあちゃんのところに行ったりとか、そういう予定はあるんですけど、 厳しいとかはなくて、自由っていうか、
They don't really care,
あ
huh?
んまり2人とも私に干渉しないというか、家族に干渉しないというか。しおり
I've never heard her talk like this before. She doesn't usually talk about herself. I guess that's on purpose. She keeps it all locked away inside.
だから私、人の顔色を伺うことに
あー
慣れてしまっていて、いい子って思われるようにというか、親に迷惑をかけないようにしてしまってて、そういう部分少し自覚あって、みことさんにもどこかで迷惑かけてしまうことがある。
Oops.
すみません。なんか変なことを。話してくれてありがとう。しおりのこと知れて嬉しい。みことさん、私だってユミのこともあって性格ねじ曲がってるなって思うし。
Yeah, you guys should be open with each other.
そんなことはいいから。短所は誰にでも
That's
ある
good.
し、
That's good.
そういう部分も全部含めて私なんだと思うし、しおりの全部が
Aww.
私は好きだよ。はい。
It must have taken a lot of courage for her to open up to me about her family. Knowing that makes me really happy, and at the same time stirs a protective urge in me.
私の前で思ってること言っていいか
She did in fact learn to read
話
minds.
したいって思ったら話してくれたら嬉しい。はい。大丈夫じゃないのに大丈夫ですっていうのはなしね。はい。好きです。
Aww.
大好き。
The more I get to know Shiori, the more I fall in love with her. I'm filled with affection for her. I'll always treasure these days with her. After wandering around town for a while, Shiori and I head out to the beach. I love the feel of sand finding its way into my sandals and between my toes. You do? It'll be beach going season soon, and this area will fill up with people. Summer's fast approaching, but the breeze still carries a chill.
みことさん、さっき八幡宮で何？
On the way home, we stopped by Tsurugaoka Hachimangu to say a prayer. I wish to stay together with Shiori, to continue spending time with her, having fun with her. For us to be in love, always.
いっぱいいろんなこと頼んだよ。みことさんって結構神頼みする方ですか？いや、今まではそんなことなかったんだけど、今はそういう気分でしおりと一緒にいられるように。私もそれお願いしました。だけどこれは自分たち次第なのかなと思います。
That's true.
確かにそうだね。神頼みだと無病息災そういうのかもしれません。あと学業それは努力かもしれません。大学合格とかだとわかりますか？
Ah, yes, good old university exams.
テストの日に風邪ひきませんように。確かにそれだと無病息災に入りそうですね。
Gazing out at the ocean and feeling the salt air on my face, I think to myself, Shiori is in my life now. I'll have to consider how she fits in with university work and all that future stuff. Shiori's foot catches in the sand. I catch her before she can fall.
すみません。謝ることないでしょ。むしろありがとう。ありがとう。
I've been wanting to hug her and hold her close, but I've been too shy. But thanks to a stumble, I now have her in my arms.
しおり、私と出会ってくれ。
And we get another music change.
私もみことさんと出会って私の生活本当にガラッと変わって毎日がすごく楽しくて私もさしおりがいるから幸せだ。
I've always blamed Yumi and my family for my own failings. I just trudged through life doing nothing, enjoying nothing. But now I have Shiori, and with her by my side, I feel like I can take on the world. I bring my lips to hers. I can feel her sweet, nervous breath. Oh, we don't even get another CG for it! We kiss again. Okay. We get 4 kisses, but we only got 1 CG. I don't care if anyone sees us. Infatuated with one another, we sink into our own little world. What do you mean? Why do we not get a CG? I part ways with Shiori before it gets dark and head back home. I still feel like I'm walking on air. Today was our first date as a real couple. We did go to Enoshima before, but that doesn't really count.
楽しかった。
The more I talk with her, the deeper in love I fall. Thank you for the fact. I want to spend more time with her. Tomorrow marks the start of another 5 school days, so I'll have to wait until the weekend for another day. I don't want to go to class, I'd rather spend the time with Shiori. Hang on. Slipping my hand into my bag, I remember what's in there. The love letters. Friday's letters are piled up like a stack of homework. I'm tempted to just ignore them, but that wouldn't be right.
よし、片付けちゃうか。
At this point, wouldn't it, it feels like the entire school has already confessed their love to her at some point. Shouldn't they run out of people? I write the standard rejection letter I've written many times before. I'm sorry, but I can't go out with you. Usually this would be enough, but today that one sentence seems a little harsh on its own. It's not like I know the sender, so I always figured this would suffice. I decide to add a few more lines. Thank you for your letter. I always thought I'd be single for life. I had no interest in romance, but now I found my special someone. They're very important to me and I hope to be with them for a very long time, so I want to take my time exploring my relationship with them. I hope you can find the same kind of happiness as I have. No, that last line doesn't work. That sounds way too patronizing. I do a quick search on my phone for inspiration. I hope good things come your way. Yeah, that should do it. You're going to write that on every single letter? The letters filled with kind words I can hardly believe came from my pen. Of course, I don't expect all of these girls to be happy for me, but I at least want to offer an explanation to those who will understand. Writing rejection letters usually puts me in a bad mood, but this time it's somewhat freeing. It does sound very kind, though. Like, hey, I'm happy and in love. I'm sorry I can't go out with you. Like, you don't need to go into that much detail of how you just now found love or something. You could just say, I'm sorry I can't go out with you. I'm already dating someone else. Bye. But maybe that's just me. I sigh, and then I start on the next letter. How much more is there to this game? At lunchtime the following day, Shiori and I have lunch together in the courtyard as she gives me another shuttle telling lesson. It opens herself up to a bunch of them trying to sabotage it. Oh yeah. Using the shuttle Shiori gave me, I tried following various video tutorials at home, but I still can't do it anywhere near as well as Shiori. However, I think I'm improving. Doing as she says, I attempt to finish off the stitch. I've been trying my best, but I still can't get the hang of it. Still, it's fun learning from Shiori. Shiori steps back from me and starts working on her own lace. I'm used to receiving them, but it must be hard for Shiori to make enough to keep giving me one every day. Every day! Oh my god, bruh. A handmade lace drink coaster from Shiori will definitely be super cute. I can use it in my room. I can't wait. No, a drink coaster is not too much. The cardigan would have been too much, though. Handmade gifts are nice. It's a lot of work for the other person to do it. What would be appropriate? Homemade cookies or something? No way, I have no clue about baking. I'd probably give her food poisoning. Ooh.
というか
Mm-hmm. I'm suddenly horribly embarrassed by what I'm saying.
みことさん言
Why
うんじゃなかった
did I say something so cringy? I know why, because it's exactly how I feel. I feel jealous thinking of Shiri making things with someone else in
み
mind.
ことさんって何と言いますかすごく積極的ですね
Mm-hmm.
違うのだってそう思ったんだもんかわいいドキドキします想がいくつあってもないですもう言わない言ってくださいいっぱいいっぱい言ってほしいです
A sudden idea strikes me and I pull Shiri by the hand to the base of a tree where I make her sit. Woo! Achievement unlocked. Happy couple. Cute. I look up at Shiri from my position in her lap. It feels very different from when I do this with Yumi. I always relied on Yumi. It was like I shoved all my suppressed half-formed emotions onto her.
みことさん
Smiling down at me, Shiri strokes my hair. Her touch is warm and affectionate.
みことさん
That is a very cute CG.
いいでしょこうやって甘えるのしおりだけだから
I genuinely can't tell if it's a dress or if it's a skirt and shirt combo. I think it's a dress.
はい
But I
いいです
that would
ずっとこうしていたいくらい
if I could gaze into the face all day, I'd be the happiest girl in the world.
そうですねみことさ
That
ん
is a very cute CG. Yes.
幸せですがみことさんといろんなところ行ってみたいですし
I especially like how she said she made her go like towards a tree, but there's no tree on the CG at all.
夏休みになって旅行とか行った夏休みが楽しみになりました
Before I never had anything to look forward to, but now I'm bursting with anticipation. The future with Shiori seems bright.
しおりに会えて
Not every romance game will give you this nice cool down period. That's very true.
私もです
It's like a lot of times they're either all about, you know, the getting together. Or, well, most of the time it's like they're all getting together, and then like at the end it will be like, oh, they're now together, boom, end. Nothing else. You don't get to actually see them enjoy the being together. I still don't know why I received the blackmail letter, but I'm glad for one thing it brought me, my relationship with Shiori. A relationship I would never have been blessed with if it weren't for that letter. They're on the tree. Right now I just want to sever this bliss. Together with Shiori. Oh, what's this? What is it? What happened? Do we get another perspective change? Oh, credits? Credits? Credits! Mai Kadowaki. Oh my god, I would not have known the name at all. Huh. Opening theme, Uncertain Rain. Ooh. You wanted to know who the blackmailer was? I mean, maybe there's a scene after the credits. Hold your horses. Maybe there's a scene after the credits. It's not a big team, huh? That made this game. Just a few people. I'm trying to move out of the way so you can actually read the names. Scripting, programming, direction, special things, scenario QA, English translation made. Ah! Yeah, that makes sense. Meru was a translator for this one. I feel like that's the reason why I initially was got interested in the game. Probably saw her tweeting about it. About being a translator for it. Production. Alright. So who's the blackmailer? To try to force Shiro and Miko to break up so she can try to... Oh! In romance games, trust no one. Mm-hmm.
あら
Anna?
いらっしゃい葵さん
Uh-oh. What are you two doing
あ
together?
ら
あら
何かあったのご機嫌斜めかしらちょっとねお話くらいなら聞くけれどいいわ話せるようなことじゃないからあら
Stop! Stop starting every single one of your sentences with an ara. I'm gonna cry.
ねえ最近変なこととか変なことって前に怪我してたでしょそれって誰かの嫌がらせじゃないのまあそんなわけないでしょ一体どうしたのミコトも同じようなこと言ってたけどミコトって私の姉ね私誰かに狙われているのかしらなんでもないならいいのはいあらもっと言ってくれていいのにこう見えて生徒会の仕事がいっぱいあるのそうなのいろんな女の子に声かけてるだけじゃなくてそんなことしてないわよそれならいいんだけど私保健室で一人ぼっちで寂しいのよ葵さんが来てくれるのいつでも待ってる
Ayo.
そう思うなら少しでも友達作ったらどういい出会いだってあるんじゃないいやよ葵さんじゃなきゃ大好きよ葵さんまあいいわそれじゃあね何これ誰からだろう
To be continued. No. You can't do that.
チユチル出た海としおりに雨音
Where's my blackmail?
干渉モードです
Really? You got pranked. I got fucking pranked. Damn. Now I don't even know if my theory was correct. Is someone actually just playing Cupid in the school, and that's how all of the games start? It's like someone gets a letter and is got told to go out with someone, and that's the route we're following. Being blackmailed into buying the sequel. Man! Man! Okay, well, we did that. That'll be $40. No, it doesn't cost that much. What an interesting game. It was nice. Well, it was nice. Was nice. Thank you for the pat. It was a nice game. I liked it. Yeah, it was less than 20. It was less than 20 at full price, I think. I don't think I even bought it at full price. But so there's going to be a sequel that's probably going to be about Maho and, you know, one of the other girls on the cast. Because I doubt they're going to introduce more girls. We already have 6 people in the game. Sequel has to go bigger and better. Well, listen, if you have all the clues now, I mean, I do think I know who it was, but I don't want to say it. I want to see the game give me the solution, and then I can say and be like, I knew it. I knew it. But yeah, whenever that sequel is coming out, I will keep a lookout for it and then definitely play it, because now I'm invested in that world. I'm invested and I need to know how it continues. It's just going to probably take a while, seeing as this one just came out last year. Like, it's a copyright 2021, so it's going to be a while until we get the next one. Huh, alright. Alright. We have gone a little over time though, so I'm going to end this here, because sadly it's a Sunday and I need some sleep. Despite having napped earlier today already, I need more sleep. I will be posting the schedule in a few. We're going to start another visual novel next week. Okay, so Friday is going to be Meruru, unless it gets cursed again. I want to finish Meruru before fucking April is over, because otherwise I would feel extremely stupid if I still don't get to finish it. And Ghostwire on Saturday, but we're going to start another visual novel on Wednesday that is called Buried Stars, because that one is out on PC now, and that gives me enough of a reason to replay it. It being on PC. Thank you for the stream. Everyone has a great night. Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Let me set up a raid. We're gonna say we're gonna say hello. Slightly early good night to everyone else because you got AFK. That's fair. Good night. Thank you for coming. We're gonna go say hello to our favorite pink cat girl, because Lyri's playing in Bento, and that's a funny little puzzle game, I guess. Puzzle game, I would call it. I had fun with it. But yeah, I'll post the schedule in a bit. I wish you all a very, very good night. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good rest of a Sunday. I was about to say Friday. Have a good rest of a Sunday. I'll see you all next week. Wish you a nice Yano. Good night, everyone. See you all soon.
And bye bye.